About happy morning shows. A dicey conversation. Nipa bebre no ano de ekoso no minim samu de mani ade akire. De ekoba be na ene nan say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has sanctioned the Energy and Green Transitions Minister Ura John Jinapo say on monitor the air cost war between Russia between Israel and Iran. Said the Beya in Sunsanswa Obronibe kind of the possible overspill of the cost war between Israel and Iran, the Adebebano, particularly with the prices of petroleum products. Said the Beya bit me a pensemno, Legina Sibre. If indeed we are going to feel the effect of the raging escalation between Israel and Russia. And here is the thing. The owner said, whether we like it or not, we are living in a globalized world. Whether we like it or not, we are living in a globalized world. If you are saying in our Bible, it's a crow. Enti, the akoso wa tifieno. Enya sunsanso ewa anafo. Ayi se sutine. Oku atifina akohunu nsuo no a. Uduru mfimfini abihu. Sanso na duru eye nsuo na afo a uhunu. Enumti na His Excellency John Dramani Mahama akachire Energy Minister say omodia na onhwe de ekoso no she monitor. And one of the immediate impact, and it's His Excellency John Dramani Mahama akatre the GRA, the Green Transition Ministry, and as the Energy Ministry, said they should suspend the implementation of the D-levy. Suspend the implementation of the D-levy. Tintin tell me and say D-levy ade ba ya nanka yade eba ababeboa oman enyina maho den ensem no. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama esan de ekoso ewo Israel and Iran intemunti. Was he ntwensensen na yenhwe se de niam abekro. Momen kai say Iran is a major player. Iran is a major player ewo oman ewiase afana nyina nya oman mpo. Ewiase afana nyina fanwo a yetuo ekokoton. Enti sisesi anu a womu ejina kono no. Obviously fanwo no mutu no da no ebe brase anase ebe kofom. Ekofom a na se ukọ adwaman so kwa akọbe fanwo a ehun ya akwa atwe. Se eniema no hu kwa atwe a na chese eniema ne bo eba abaye dene. Pacho mientie ne ye. We economics na me breaking it down into three e de ama wo no. Se eniema no hu kwa atwe a when services and other commodities are scarce, when the supply is below the demand, prices are likely to hike, and it will impact not just Krobakon, but we are here for nine. And now pay. It is a conversation on the table, and come a dapono swa ye di nano pay. Nemum Abana Krado. Se wade eye kasebono brain enano pay na yemfa kasebono mbra e kasebono ba bia ensemo aka dobokrata emunsemo aka ni nyina no ye de bebrew se de be ya wonzo betimi ahunu eye de ekoso ewo oman kronkron Ghana mu ene na kasebo ene de toaso ede amamo enano pay.
Nonsia Boadeshima my Bema Machin Amamakwa Badiaba Happy 98.9 FM so Ebrason Sano Panunsia Cassia Ball and Sema and Sanso Sono and then so dear no Yadebesomona a tragu social media Facebook Happy 98.9 FM Ubetima show Akoha Kwakoshe Cassia Bono everyone bibia etimi aye kamapan. And some ne doors na no pena de bedi Cassia Bonimu be akotine ni se ukopie mu Ewo Big 6 International School wa Santemantam Meduma headmaster wa school na no school for nkra mienu so hwa won mo chomiche BC nsohwe no wa ma wo mu anchobi sanso na principal sa wonum da oda training colleges ahodo wo man Ghana ha ne wonum akwakoye nhyiamu e de nsem ba beto montene so kirema nnuane a teacher trainees ni di no enei wonum ba be yen sakyeraye Yade kasebo ne kwakopie mu ewo nkrofo amaso ne nkrofo amaso de Tanzania manima babeto dwa say the main opposition leader ene wonom ede na kwakopie mu wasim dibia wonom kiremu asase mu die no ebubo na wo mbebua ne kumfo nam sembia wakeka ede afa electoral commission ho Abusan sembi kan semwe ho na mede ba besom sa no pa no nsia kasebo happy 98.9 FM Mi amaje brebe kenkan kasebo idi amamu eye abna asante mitwa me husima aba me ba mekire kasebo ni mu edi akire mu Abusia me sanso mama kwa bebiem da masese masungusu a mutie happy 98.9 FM anopa no nsia kasebo afeje bre na menche kasebo ni mu enjoy Sesi ame no kase ya ade se BC nsohwe ne enkra wonom peso musua omoto amade sua so no wonom tron sohwe akwa akopie mu ewo senior high schools ahodo nenei ube kopie mu ewo Big 6 International School no medoma Santemantam ababetodwa se school for nkra mienu mu headmaster mu kwan amoma ntron sohwe ni bi ni nyina ne se enkra no edeka school fees neno na kyesensem a eba nipa na ni kotu amanse nyina asemu bi ene happy kase atwetwe nkomo no de nsem otu anim ekirima eyade se headmaster ne kache nkra ne se wonum free school mu honom nkokora ansa na ebre aso amoma kwa akotena se omu se omu kwa akotwe nsohwe na se nsohwe no omu kwa akotwe wo same senior high school en wo faade Asantemantem Kwabri East municipality ana kyese headmaster ama wonum antru bi neno na nsem ne baaye no enkrofo bebru akasa afa ho ma enu ada kase eboso ye ne Ghana Education Service PRO etwetwe nkomo no de nsem otu anim kirima asem ne se na esi koye no ankoyie kra ntwaye na headmaster yenkra de ka de obeyan se obemu mu bre kakra ebia results ne bakra betima ka twom se ansa na wonum sabeka mu certificate no wo mu nko enkoji sikanem na ne se wo hye wonum anase wa ma mu kwan ma antron so hwe ni bidia eba sa ntwaye kra na no na kyesensem a eba na echima Ghana Education Service na afensi no eye education directors a wonum Asantemantem mu kirima asemu yi wonum de hwehwemu emu odin pa ebegu akwemu Abusia yentu akase ebo no so emfama wa Conference of Principals of Colleges of Education na ese principals a wonom da training college ahodo wo man Ghana hanom nyina na schools mako aduanan so wonom akwakohyiemu di eye nhyiemu chenchirinchi ahyehye so asemu nkyeremu nyina ne se nei training college ahodo a wo man Ghana hanom nua na omudi ma wo mu no wo mu ba be yen sakyeraye ensakyeraye a wonom ba be ye no ene se enkane no na uko teacher training college ebe mo aduane anopa awia anwumre ne wonom hyehye mu ba be ye no ene se aduane no na se ba ko pene ye de be ma wo ba ko pene de be ma de ntia wonom kane se enei kame ese school ni ba ko bia no meche bisua ni ba ko bia no aban edisika botie bi te se 400 cedis eneba for a month na se bosumi mu ni nyina no aban edisika 400 cedis eneba na se bosu dakro bia no 8 Ghana cedis a wonom kirima enso hwe no enso hwe na se wo school ni ba ko no anopa awia anwumre na 8 cedis no enene maboa ye dinti enso hwe na no na nam so ma wonom hye mu omukoye ye no ekirima ne wonom ba besesem na se wo ko teacher training college anka ne nnuane ne de ma broni be ka se 3 times daily ne no ba be ye no dakrope na se da bia obedidi ba ko na se nsema aba no wonom kirima nei ennuane boa akoso sika nso aban de ma wonom no sika isapa Awusia yentu akase ebo no so emfama ode a eyade se osoafo a ohwe apomuden ho nsensem so yewura kwabna minta akando ene wode nsem ato wɔn ma wɔn yɛ adwuma wɔ ayasabea no mu kyerɛ mu a wɔn adwuma yi ɛyɛ ntoboaseɛ ahobraseɛ obi ho dodo no bepie mu ɛwɔ ayasabea ɛyɛ adeɛ sɛ nipa no ne ho dodoɔ no nneɛma bi wɔ hɔ nom a wɔbɛyɛ ama na hye wɔ abufu ɛnam sɛ ɛyɛ wɔ adwuma nti no wo na wode akorɔkorɔ ana afei nso kasadɛ na kyɛ sɛ wahwɛ ne so yie paa ama ne ho atumi atɔ no wɔkyerɛ mu a ɛkamea sɛ nkurɔfoɔ bebree ka ho asɛm sɛ kɔpie mu ayasabea a woyare a dɔkotafoɔ a nɛɛsefoɔ no wɔn a wɔyɛ adwuma wɔ ayasabea no wɔn bɛhwɛ oyi asosɔɔsɔɔso no wokɔkɔdu hɔ no na afe na wɔn teatea no nkɔtɔ nkyɛn a wɔn ankasa de naso atetoto fam de n'ani kɔɔtu amansa nyinaa ɛho bie wokɔpie mu ayasabea a dwuma a wɔn wɔ ayasabea no wɔn yɛ adwuma wɔ hɔ no ɛde wofa so no nkɔ yie kora na wɔde de adesrɛdeɛ ɛɛto wɔn anim sɛ wɔn hwɛ ne yie wɔn adwuma wɔn nya ntoboaseɛ wɔtoa ne nsɛm so na ɔde nsɛm to mpanyinfoɔ a wɔn da ayasabea ano sɛ sika nkakra wɔn agyegyegye firi hɔnom no sɛ bi a afidie bi sɛe anaasɛ wɔn hia biribi a ne boɔ nyɛ den a wɔn bɛtumi de sɛ sika no atɔ na enyi kwan sɛ ɛda biara no biribiara no mu de to aban anim ne nsɛm ɔkan no yɛntie bi.
One thing that I cannot take my seat without addressing is about patient care, how we treat our patients when they go to hospital. It has always been on my heart. Professor Binka, I have absolute confidence in you. Your track record is there for everybody to see. And I believe that we are going to bring that transformation we desire as a country. Ghanaian patients deserve to be treated with empathy, with dignity, and with respect. That is very important. Sometimes it is quite disheartening to hear that patients are shunning away from hospitals not because of lack of equipment, but because of how professionals treat them. Professionalism must be our hallmark, with the greatest of respect. It shouldn't be business as usual. It will interest you to know how much Ghana is spending on medical legal issues. One hospital will spend not less than 10 million Ghana cedis a year for medical legal issues. Medical negligence.
Ɛne a wotie yei ɛyɛ ɔsoafoɔ a ɔhwe apɔmuden ho nsɛnsɛm so yɛwura Kwabena Minta Akando afotu a wɔde ma wɔn yɛ adwuma ɛwɔ ayasabea no ana wotie bi na abusua yɛnto akaseɛbɔ no so ma yɛto akaseɛbɔ no so ɛde ama ɔde a ɛnura da ɛyɛ adeɛ sɛ Supreme Court judges maako nson wɔn kɔpie mu ɛwɔ mmarahyɛbadwafie mu a no mu totototo wɔn ano a ɛna ɔkɔ na ɔkɔto yɛwura Alexander Afenyo Kenso hɔ no ma questions obebisa no ɛnya asɛm kuma na nsɛm bi a wɔka ne sɛ yɛ adeɛ sɛ Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo abra na ɔyɛ mampanyin no wɔbɔ Supreme Court judges din a wobɛhu na that time no mampanyin John Dramani Mahama ɔyɛ candidate ma NDC amanyɔkuo no ɛne NDC ma no wɔnom kasa ho saa sɛ kamea yɛ sɛ ɛnɛ ukopie mu ɛwɔ yɛ Supreme Court ahodoɔ na kamea yɛ sɛ ɛne agyagyefoɔ a yɛde wɔn aba abɛgu onum nyinaa Nanado nkorɔfoɔ a kyɛ sɛ adane amanyɔsɛm mu nene wɔkyerɛ mu a ɛyɛ maame Chief Justice wɔyi na fi hɔ nso apa judges maako nso sɛ wɔn mmra medi dwuma ɛwɔ Supreme Court ne de wɔkɔ a watoto ama ne saa na ɛsɛ wɔbisabisa nsɛm ne bia nene na kyɛ sɛ vetting committee na se anase wɔn tototo ma no na se no nsɛm a efiri hɔ no ba yɛ panyin paa a wɔda dom dodoɔ na no yɛwura Mahama Ayarega ɛde nsɛm to dwa kyerɛ mu a ɛyɛ adeɛ sɛ nkurɔfoɔ ɛɛka sɛ wɔn boa pa no mu pɛ sɛ wɔn yi Chief Justice yɛ maame tukɔ no efiri hɔ kyerɛ mu a ɛnyɛ saa nɛteɛ na emu maame no aban ahyɛ nkurɔfoɔ bi sɛ wɔn hwehwɛ ne nsɛm mu na sɛ mmara kwan so na kyɛ sɛ wɔn fa wɔn yɛ sɛ nti nsɛm a nkurɔfoɔ bi kyerɛ mu a wɔn boa pa pɛ sɛ wɔn yi maame no firi hɔ nyinaa obi ate a wɔn mu yɛwura Mahama Ayarega ne nsɛm no yɛntie bi.
And to say that this government is engaged in double standards is totally inappropriate. I was on the appointments committee when the two nominees were rejected. And let me indicate clearly that my side of the House advocated for the rejection on the basis that at that time, the anticipated retirement of some judges, which would have created the vacancy, hadn't taken place. And there was no need in anticipation to be appointing replacements. And we also argued, and I do not shy away from that argument, that the then president had the opportunity to nominate so many members onto the Supreme Court. And even if some judges were retiring, he should give the opportunity for an incoming president, given that we're so close to elections, to also have an opportunity to also nominate people to the Supreme Court. It wasn't clear who will be the incoming president. It could have been an MPP, incoming president. It could have also been an NDC incoming president. That basically was the
Any awuti ye eye panyini pan wada dom dodo no ano yewura Mahama Ayarega ana ode nsemu nyina etudwa na ebusuan wasogusu awuti anopa no nsia kase bo ewo happy 98.9 FM ye to akase bo no so e di amawo Mr. Apia Kubi eye anti-corruption advocate no de ebakata ahye kankan proye okasafa ho yie panene wode nsem to government appointees nyina na chese won mo ni aban ye adwuma no wode nsem to omanim sem omumfa nhye omutinim se omunye firi aban mu a ye befro no aba bebu akonta ena ochirema eyade se aban na ama adwuma enye wankasa wadwuma na wo ye entie no saa no ufiri aban mu a fa hye otinim se ye befro amo aba bebu akonta wode nsem we nyina etudwa bra special prosecutor ana afenso no enkane finance minister Yeraken ofori ata ne nsem a ekoso oman Ghana hanoma special prosecutor ato ne nsa ede afre Yera finance minister dada Yera eye kenofori ata se omra meyi nsem ano a ene no kasa echa no kasa ya ochirema panyini mpese obeko eno ana kyese ode nsem utudwa echime hu behia se enkane eye osoafo hwe esi kasem so Yeraken ofori ata kwakopie mu ewo special prosecutor aso eye na kyese opanyini no atoto na no ne nsem no yentie bi
say the abaduma shawonsa ade bako nya na ewe fi se enye o personal work na say one kasa wodi tama be fro se be bu akonta bia eso timbe ni hu ade wo hu say de nyina sika shawonsa ne se be bu mu akonta minti na ekoye manso na se koye ade a esi se bibia ye se timu fan a se kunye wonku ko no akwa bu akonta timu fan na de bibia to atwa na we me yare me kwa se me bia no yare ka so reza wan fada juma Sansa obi akase ko yare onfere dwuma nto oti amanone no ye dwuma no mebo sanso ne hia wo ha eti bra na de wo ye be ka kire se we ni mehu se na mesoma dene mesoma ye ne bibi ato ayede etwa se de bia na wo ne afre wo de bia na akọ ne de udi to yi ono wa ne pede de bia to yi ti bi de be jeni se we ya ba dwuma nko a ne afre se be akonta perpetual account because dwuma ne no de and ya ansra wo se na be finance minister wa na be eti bi de jeni se ne kwan so am
Eni awuti ye eye Mr. Apia Kubi no Apia Kubi okasa efa kata se hye kankan proye ho ana kyese ode nsem nyina tudwa na wonwie ye eno no wo kire ni nsem wo to ne nsem so na okase ade so man Ghana manyina ye nyina ebe kan ho abom na etimi etu kata se hye kankan proye ye mane nya yasem hia pam efi se bia ye obi di hye ni tirim se me ba betena so me kwa ye be frɛ me se mra me bu akonta nipa no enya ade se obeye basabasa bia sa ban ema ni dibra
ba bia twema aban foforo ba no ba se enkrofo a no mu abanda dem ba hwe omu de aseme hia pa ne se onua so enkrofo onjo mu so di ade hia pa no so pe so to keta se ne poro yasia de bia me ka se leadership de odano kefu bia etime to keta se ne poro yasia ba nipa ba ko bi sore e be ye leader ana president ana prime minister so no ade wa koso ache ye ntwa so enti ehia ma se onua ne enkrofo odom be fa sa test a wode abanda da ne fam na me de mahu organa ne say onu aba ne krofo ne de omu ye sent abanda da ne de omu ye demo yes sir ena me ntu ketase ne proyase so de nipa ba ko pekra potimi gina court amo na nipa ne bia ye hu se odi sika ne jeli na eno beye anamuncho kese pa betima bo am ye tu ketase ne proyase de wo mo pa ne se de ntia aban bi mfa ne krofo na kokoto ena ma ayi so mo bobo mu so mo ne nyina gina the president be ye the ministers are appointed.
Eni awuti ye eye Mr. Apia Kubi ono eye anti-corruption advocate okasa de fakata se hye kankan proye ehu ana kyese ode nsemu nyina etudwa ye to akase ye bono so de ama odom kuma won mo mra hye bedwafie mu ana mu de nsemu atudwa ekirima ye nyina ye nim ye ne tua ntokwa ekoso wo Iran afin so Israel mema enam so a ye kunkum krofo bebre no na no nanam so madom kuma mo mra hye bedwafie mu so de wonum anum atomu bi kirima ehu behia sa aban ebe ma na ye ne hia de pa na Ghana fo mo Iran nyina no akwa wonum aba be pie mu ewo man Ghana ha wonum kirima eni eyade se ntokwa ni mu aye din ye pa wonum nto mu nsem so mu ka se eyade se wo mu bo aban na so mu ni aban no eye adwenkro abra o se Ghana embassy e honum no watumu no eyade se no de hu hia pa se aban ne betum se ne be wo mu ye adwuma wo hon so no basabasa bia ento mu wonum se ntrofo nhye mu no yentie bi
will suffer one way or the other from the happenings or the conflict between Iran and Israel. Why am I saying that? 25% of global oil trade goes through the Straits of Hormuz, and it's within that enclave where the war is taking place. Secondly, if you're a government and you use a certain number or figure as your projection for oil revenue, and there's been a 7% increase in world market price of crude, then you must be worried and you must take some steps. That notwithstanding, I just saw a tweet from the foreign minister directing our embassy in Tehran to be shut down. As I speak to you, the information I have is that we have about 5 diplomats and 1 official, about 6 foreign service officers working at our embassy in Tehran. A shopping center or a marketplace very close to our embassy was hit. They've not had water for some days and some other telecommunication connectivity.
Eni a wuti ye dom kuma won mo mra shebedwa fie mu no mu di nsem we nyina atudwa busuan yemfa kase ebo no nkonko pie mu e wa agodie mu nsem na osoafo a wo hwe agodie mu nsensem so Yewura Kofi Adams ne wode nsem utudwa chirima ya ade sesesi anaban e ba be ma nani akun local football na te se Ghana Premier League a yebo wo man Ghana hanom nei aban be ma nani akun hu ye pa wo chirima enkane no wono bo Premier League na te se ekoso kama pa wonya sponsors ahodon hwe na kamia se enam sa atonsuo mu ntino obi ampo emfa ne sika emma mehase wode nsem we nyina atudwa abra 2025 Ghana Football Awards ekoso na wode nsem we nyina atudwa.
Among the many things that we intend doing, we want to see the potential of Ghana's football reach its highest high. This is why, under the leadership of President John Dramani Mahama, government is committed to working with stakeholders to revive interest in the local game. The local game must be revived. And Mr. Herbert Mensah was spot on when he said we need to do a lot more to improve our local game.
Eni a wuti ye soafo a ohya ya agudie mu nsensem so Yewura Kofi Adams ana chese ode nsem we nyina atudwa busuan yemfa kase ebo no ntu hwa enkopie mu wo nkrofo amanso na ene Tanzania manim ene de kase ebo no kwa kopie aba beto dwa say the main opposition leader wa Tanzania manim nei ye de na kwa akogina mu wo asemdibia enem nsem bia wo keka edefa electoral commission ho ene wonom chema ya de say abra na wo ye ne campaign no wakeka nsem de fa electoral commission hu say electoral commission ya de say waye na adwen say aban a wote so a ne party no eye CCM party waye na adwen say obese wiemu de ama no wo kirema nei ubepie mu wo Tanzania man me kame say sa aban no fiti 1961 ana chese wono matimi adi so a won free so nti wo kasa no kasa electoral commission no enhwe sa abato wono ba beto no bibia mu beda honom na no nam so ene wono matabiri no de na kwakopie mu wa asemdibia opposition leader kasa chirima ya de say ene ne lawyer for wo wodo pan so no okopie mu wo court honom no omu makwan amomu ne lawyer na nkasa nti ene court ahye asema wono mu die no so omu bua ne fo a wono ebebua no kumfo. Abusia ye nyina nsem we so ne mfa anopa no nsia kase ba ye de beso mo e wo happy 98.9 FM so no ye mfa ne nyina ensie na wo kase boni mu no ensem a wote ye no ebi ni se school fo nkra wonom tro BC nsɔhwɛ e wo Big 6 International School no aba beto dwa se headmaster wono wo school honom no wa ma nkra ne kwan ama wonom anhwɛ nsɔhwɛ ni bi sanso na principals a wonom da training colleges ahodo ano e wo man Ghana ha e de nsem atodwa echiremu a aduane a wonom e de ma training college fo no ene wonom be yensa chaye enkane no mu di nnuane miensa da kro bia bedi aduane miensa ene wonom ba bedi ba akofi se sika ye de ma wo mu no esua ye de kobie mu wo Tanzania manim aba beto dwa se the main opposition leader ene ye de na kwa kopie mu asemdibia omu chiremu a sasem no wodifo a wo mbia no kumfo. Ebusiansem bi kan sem we hu na me de besom wo se anopa no nsia kasebo e wo happy 98.9 FM so me sorry so ama the morning show happy morning show atraso Madam Fati ye mesemu for sanso ana Mr. Sefa enso e ka ho bo machi dom e ma me de kasebo ne brem me din di abana asante makramo.
Achio Niamamo Akwaba. Eba Happy Morning Show so ewo Happy 98.9 FM.
For all the news updates, trending topics, good music, and unbiased analysis of various issues, listen to the Happy Morning Show on Happy 98.9 FM. We are your morning companion.
We in this chamber, we are politicians. The clerks at table, they are not. So when we are doing our politics, we do our politics. I'm happy the clerk has just entered. The cameraman, when the majority leader was on his feet, they are only focusing on him. If a cameraman would deliberately take, when I've taken my leg out of my shoe, Mr. Jatro, let your cameraman know that if they want to play politics with a camera, we will not take kindly to it. Yes, Mr. Speaker, if they would now be stopping our legs, why is it that when he goes to the majority leader, he's only focusing on the upper part of his body? If the cameraman will be doing partisan politics, then he might be in the caution. Mr. Speaker, I have momentarily taken my legs off my shoe. Then he zoomed the camera down to take it. Mr. Speaker, I will speak on some of these things because today it may be me, tomorrow it may be you. It is not right because I was in pain and I removed my legs from my shoe. How come I'm debating? You decided to only zoom down. Mr. Speaker, we should. It's me. Mr. Speaker, why? No. Mr. Speaker, I will speak to it. If we do not check some of these things, tomorrow they will deliberately zoom on your phone and spy on what you are reading. They must be told that they should do their work professionally.
Your assessment of the NDC for the past year 5 years.
Actually, okay. Okay, let me tell you something.
Na dan you no omanya say from. Welcome. Yemo Akwaba being from the Happy Morning Show so now pay and a Benada 17th of June 2025. Na obeka be ne 9 ne. Na menteme ho ase sorry ye. Ewo Israel eni Iran ntem. Na baby akwa akodro no say oba ahom na chin. Na me monitor Global Monitoring Affairs. Na mehwe de ekoso. Na it does not look as if enkuru mienu anaso oman mienu. Omayo ma adwene se womo ebeti om ho ase. Sisia no at speak now. Enti ase eden ti ase no. Enhye eden nyamae. Ma men kan chere for say American President Donald Trump was at a G7 meeting. As a result of the ECOSONUNTI, we're free meeting nasi. I go back to the United States of America, I go White House, I go Trasia. They are now strategizing. Why on befaso to stop what is going on? A year between Israel and Iran. As we speak now, from 13th of June 2025. Ebepim Sabria, ye Kasaidie. The two nations have been exchanging missiles, just like that. Just when I was about to come on air, I was watching CGTN, and I wanted to update myself of what's going on. Israel almost targeted the state media of Iran. And live broadcast, bomb exploded. Obana na TV saw I wouldn't Jumano really had to run for her life. There are countries that are calling for. You can't. Am I for fra? One more air can say there should be restraint in what is going on. Now, Enra, Ghana's Foreign Affairs Minister, Ura Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, Edi ensem ebetu dwa na ochirimu say with immediate effect, Ghana's embassy a ɛwɔ Iran no, sɛ wɔ Tehran, ɛyɛ ade a yɛntum. Wokɔ Tel Aviv, ɛno nso ɛwɔ Israel. Ghana's embassy a ɛwɔ hɔ no, wɔsɛ dwumadi a wɔmudie no nyinaa no, yɛabrɛ ano ase. Now, wasan aka bio sɛ Ghanafoɔ a wɔwɔ Israel should always be in touch with the consular. Waka se enya ade a ombehwe se Ghana ni bi oman yi eba bi ehun bekwa akoka adwa mu e o menteme ho ase a asori e wo Israel ene Iran entem no. Sanso e no de hye egu akwan mu a wo kire mu se okọ Iran a eyade a Ghana ema a omo ho adwumayefo won mo ku school ene omo maka nyina no womu edi hye egu akwan mu se de ebe ya yebetimi ayi Ghana ma no de afri saa mmea no na wɔn ho enkoka adwa mu wɔ ntɔkɔ a ɛkɔsoɔ wɔ Iran ne Israel ntem no ɛnyɛ no nko a wɔbɛkae a na wɔtwe atwa mu anase na wɔtwe mienu atwa mu ɛne yenya ne nteɛ sɛ aban yi de ɛtoɔ foforo de aba a ne nyinaa yɛato no din ɛyɛ D levy na wɔtwe atwa mu ɛne na wɔ sɛ ɛhyɛ aseɛ. Isan say na aban ene won mom ho bom mu enhye da entena ase eni nsa wo so ni nkita ho ye ni nti etwe sensen. Now the asamba beto dwane say D levia na nka ebia nra wo say ehye ase no ya san atwe asensen biu ni nyina ne say aban de eye asede de ama anase wo de ahye energy and green transition minister ensa so momodian no hwe de ekoso ewo Israel ene Iran entem said de beya animu ya anamonto bi wo hɔ sɛ aban ni tuo sɛ de beya ibenya eye ahobambo bi ɛfa adwadie ɛho ensem mu enkanka ne fa anwa adwadie ho ensem mu a yebetumi ayo animu ya nti yɛntwe di levia na nko sɛ yedidi dwuma no yɛntwe sensen until sɛ yebehunu eye anamonto betumi atuo edi afa kwa befa so betimi enya eye fa anwo ye ho enkonko kire mom yanka de ntia His Excellency John Dramani Mahama eka sa ne say Iran is a critical player ewo eye world and as a global oil trade no entiende if their production decreases as a result of war eyade a mom ye nyina yanka say okọ adwama so na akwa akọbefa anwo ato a nebo no ebekọ esoro nebo no be yedini e de ama ye won mom kwakoto se ko ba ne sa wo koso ne so a nebo be yedini then nebo yedini e de ama yenum a ye beto no kra e be so ne so ne ye de aba ye fuel stations ahodo o ama ahodo mu no na yakọ ne yakọ akoto enti we ene nsem a ekoso ansa na ye kwa akofa kase ebo no me ka kire wo se ene no ewiase no nyina no akwa ye kura se kase baako enti de ekoso ewo eye fambie no enya sunsuanso ewo fambie ayese esutene okọ eye esu na tifi ekọ hono no a wa onam ensuo no ho a oba no a no utimi hu sunsuanso o dwumadi a wudi ye wonsuo na tifi no ewo ensuo no mu enti sa na akọ akoba no but ene yebedi hu nkomo yene wonu mu a wo mu enim de ewo nsem no mu no ebedi hu nkomo na yahwe ensem no se de eko sesi akra no de na ekoso ewo eye Israel mamu ene Iran mamu edian na eye empanyimfo ahodo aman empanyimfo ahodo a wo mu ewo ewiase afana de nsem na wo mu eka ede afa ho mahunu se AU commissioner wode nsem bia toja wo kire mu se enkebehia se ne mu animu ya empanyimfo no wo mu enhwe na de ekoso between Israel and Iran no yenka ema asomdwi emra ebi nsem no nkomo na no but Ghana Meteorological Agency the weather update ni dia brain na no na na wa ko memfanchia enfoma wo bo adwuma na memfanchia so ma Derek Aite live on Facebook wo bo adwuma piaga was a good morning lovely team piaga was it me bo modern na yepe chede edemano. Because Piaga is almost always the first person to comment on our live feed. Oh, Facebook. Piaga, good morning, going out to you. But Ghana met you. I'm trying to tell you, I'm you trimwa, and I pay in Shun Bimuna, may afana be brinuano. Enquiviano, if you any say, you're being trained, Muko, main from FMBI, if you any musin soon, a bit me gugu. Or may etifi from Mudia, if you are being it, no abo. And you mre, said ye, if you SM no be in ye. Oko o maya fana bebre no nsuo no ebemunumuna na me bi wo ho a nsuo no yehwe ne mu se beto ko ba bi se kofodua achimodan ene ne potamu kuma se ne potamu a yehwe ne mu se nsuo no bitimi atoto ukopim wo go so sunyan techiman ene ne potamu a yehwe ne mu se nsuo no ebitimi agugu wo saa emia sanso ene akopim wo man TV famu a oko ba bi se wa yehwe ne mu se nsuo no ebitimi ato ho we eye Ghana Meteorological Agency weather update ene dia brain ene anopai Mamenka will say, Kek, Amejake, or a duty forecaster, one cruising semi gun krataswa, or to be up in their mind. I the amomo, a rapapa fatisha bully at Tanase, Prince of Bapa Brown at Tanase. Seth Antobam, aka breastfeeding, or say, I am watching you. Seth, good morning, going out to you. I was here for Ghana for Cham.
Yeah, Joseph Sefah. Miss Rawada.
Yeah.
Medical departure, a parture. Mr. Pacho Science,
said
me Pacho.
DNSC.
Me Pacho, I mean to make Israel as some more, Miss Rawala.
Okay.
Pacho.
I don't recall.
Debbie, Membel more can be out, Miss Rawala.
Who's then run will be issue caveat said. Oh no, America sem. On can be.
Last one, and 9 TV, so no more tell me your show, yeah. You're more moving back with Miss Ramwada. Miss Remo.
What's the last one? Judge Govin Guno, good morning, go now to you. The internet
says we are saying
I hear a crassy, Cassia Baco.
Be intimate if he has him.
Miss Row.
Also, be intimate if he has him. O there be saying, a year crassy Cassia Baco, which made you fear him. Miss say, you will be your penny on the bush your cubiano. Aha, a bush your cubia opinion. Into be a bit in fiasa.
Na ye di fiasa more, ya beje and one Ghana for Dumuso levy. Dumuso na see ya. It was na I feel Crawford and talk 20 intimingy levy.
So one in the dinsa was so. Enti near war ye, bit me in Sunson, so we're going to see be a wussy so. Sanity. So currently the global geopolitical environment is unstable because of what is going on over there. And we are all aware.
Israel and Iran.
Yeah, Israel and Iran. Other countries are weighing what they are to do. And I have some questions that one. Also, to a larger extent, no. To a larger extent, no. Because if you're to look at the history of the current cohort of Minina baby, Mijina for peace. We were some driba. Yes. Because you see, sometimes I tell you, and to quack to say no, I
almost Christopher Israel.
But I think some facts must be laid bare. If Uko Israel is here, the predominant religion in Israel is not Christianity. The predominant religion in Israel is Judaism. Let's get that right. Kamya say even Christianity. No, it's not Christianity. And this is fact. I will be able to me It's a fact. I will be able to me predominant religion in Israel is not Christianity. It is Judaism. That's fact number one. Fact number two, he say, there are even more Muslims in Israel than Christians. This is fact. If you're to go to a year, that's the irony of some of the things. If you're to go to Iran right now, do you know, sir, Iran enye an Arabic, pure Arabic state. A pure Persian state with Arabic twist. Into Kohwa, Omokasa predominant language, Omoka is Isfa or something of that sort. They don't even speak pure Arabic. Now, the population of Christians in Iran adopts the population of Christians in Israel. So you see the irony. If someone cut down to some of these bare facts, na amanfo jina bonten no mo kan sembia omo e kanwa, you use emotions and your affiliation to a particular sect and make certain statements. But because mahunu empanyimfo bi no mu I am expecting say wo so mutimi enim de ehunu de. And the way they are inciting people along the lines of religion on this particular issue, no, I think I was it me animu ya yehwe ni because if it goes along that line, I idea aman bebre no adu mo bewram, which will be very, very dire for the world as we speak. Omo munim de ba be kasa ho ntimi de emfa de obokrata ahodo no emfa nshase so se ne de o we Ghana se entumpe gbum ni bi na o
The business analysts and yade shase anopay GJ elections Ken Ashibe backs Jumfor's re-election bid. And no Ewahanum. Fuel prices see further reductions. Petrol selling at 10 cedis 99 pesos per liter at some pumps. And also Ewahanum. Middle East tension. Ghana evacuates citizens from Iran. SASO and a CLOSAG orders staff to strike over alleged misconduct by birth and death registrar. Hey, birth and death registrar is it there? We want man here. Ghana from day one. In fact, before day one, Ghana loses $11 billion to gold smuggling links to UAE.
But dollars and as a
billion dollars, $11 billion. Sano matro ewa hanum. Other stories are no pay ubenya ewa paper no say WhatsApp to start showing more adverts in messaging app. Hey, AI co-pilot to speed up cancer diagnosis. Channel Island leaders discuss AI at summit, and also ewo ahanum. Other stories are being ewo paper nimu anope feature be ewa essay. Surviving the storm, building resilient community banks for financial inclusion in West Africa. Victor Agbeve and Awachro Wahanum. Sasina BOG likely to make profits in the next 2 to 3 years. Dr. Tuahine and Eka. Saving viable BOG licensed financial institutions, depositors advised, and also Ewaha. Other stories are being 24-hour economy market initiative is a step towards economic growth. Ahmed Ibrahim and Aka. IES predicts fuel price hike within 2 weeks despite current stability. AFDB backs government 24-hour economy policy with strategic funding support. Ghana signs MOU with mining equipment manufacturer to boost friendly mining practices. SASO and are rethinking taboos to save the environment from pollution in Ghana. Nina air stories and pay over the business analyst Ubenyebi.
Mepacho yemfa the Ghanaian Times and twaso and no pay na fa Ghanaian Times anymore. Eja anase etu ato ewusunyane etu ato ni nyina ne se renewed chieftaincy conflict unim se America kra atwamu ni na sunyane ohima owo ho present enipa mako ensun edema key makers owo se nko omunyi baako na Kwadwo omukoyi ye no omu anyidie na hima epe na hima se David kra ntina hima file injunction editia ewo the regional national council of chiefs na odeko ye no nti eni ama sunyane ohene eni ho na eno na nana hima etra esenka na wotwe awie ya kɔde obi ba akɔhyɛ old palace hɔ na nka wakɔyɛ amanneɛ ne amanneɛ na nka ɔmo de nasi so ɛno ɛna saa na mmeranteɛ no nso ayɛ alert paa ayɛ alert nti ɔyɛ sɛ ɔkɔ no na ɛneɛ nyɛ ɔmo nya polisifoɔ ɔmo yɛ private security foɔ akɔgye ɔmo kutetuo ɛna ɛneɛ crossfire weitu na weitu na weitu a ɛnɛ yi akɔyɛ biribi a ɛwɔ hɔ ɛwɔ sunyane a ɛnɛ yi yɛreka ho nsɛm na dɛ nsɛm no a ɛreba no anaasɛ dɛ Ghanaian Times sources akyerɛ sɛ Queen Mother no ɛwɔ security men numbering about 90. Yes, security men numbered about 90 and attempted attempted and they were unsuccessful.
Only a licensed security
Story no ankachasa but story ni say according to sources no Queen Mother no security no number about 90 attempted unsuccessfully to break into the old palace to enable them have access to perform the necessary customary right for the installation of a rival chief for Sunyane. Inti ensemo a efiri ho eba enedi eyewitness a security guard at the Sunyane Cocoa Board ben old palace no oplidi anonymity kachire Ghanaian Times say esi Monday nnura 2 a.m. anopa ena saa asemu esi ya the ochire nyina ne say sporadic exchange of gunfire a course between 10 to 15 minutes and we to po now we ataha no unity no to po sa na eno na police sources at the Bono Regional Police Command no chiremu confirm story ni to Ghanaian Times ampa esiye ampa de omo ate no esiye na emum de omo kanyina ne say omo de according to the sources also no kire say the Regional Security Council no kire say omo ni di nsam na ekoso na chi ye papa police so kire say omo so omo ni edi akira omo hwe omo so tetete hobi na motete ho na omo tutu no mwantimi ensi omano no information so a free the local media wo sunyane mu no kire say Queen Mother no oye senka ono ade obi a ono epe no eba akosi ho se ohene ni nyina ne background story na mede ma se bra etwamu yi oye senka obesi hene na esan se wo ono nipa no ono pe no wanyanti no eno na nei akoye se wantwi ene mrasepo bi akoba enei ensemu yi akofa bai na Kwadwo currently na anase na sisi ya de ohia wote so in private life a friend ya we jare no ono ena ba se o present ma kingmakers no ono na omu yi no nanka senka ma ohima no epene so dia anka nu eneni obeye sunyane hini abat esanse one pininti no akofa ensemu a abai media chieftaincy Kwadwo ahen sem ne ade no ene nsase sem no ya mempe esanse etimi oyi ni ene ade ba pa but abanti na ye boso edi ama wo sanso
but there be a very critical social issue.
Yes.
Social and national security issue. A very critical economic issue.
Yes.
A very critical developmental issue. And so Sebane say, and we know say there are customs and traditions of the respective traditional areas, and I think Kwadwo abekwa ebi amentem ho ase efa aheni ho anasa ahensi ho no was on. But the point is that this is dragging a lot of the development in some of these areas.
Yeah.
We cannot we sunyan kwade
we nye kuro bi a sebi
we sunyan
ehye kona bi
which is a regional capital.
Yes.
So for
the Bono regional
capital
capital
we investment na me ma adwene say I have seen a place that makes me raw material no from that area Now, Matisse salary air Koswa. Do you think they are going to invest there? So that is the reason you realize that our development is not widespread. Even though Ubetimia who say some of the raw materials are the companies in Accra, AU Suno, are sought from another part of the country. Yes, there may be other factors, all right. But these are some of the reasons. Because if I don't have any tenor of security, send me back beside me company no menya ahobambo. What will then pa any bishop in Kwanzaa Chinchanachi SIT any project whatsoever in those areas. One more crow to the free or Chrome Hokrano. When they are building, they don't want to build there. Why? It's because of all of these things. Because on Pesebia, Obeko na humi GM1. Now be here to wa kokra di mfie be ya diosunum na pinten aba. Ain't fan offer. Kai say pinten susia. One mu ampempi. Aya wo mu bre e wo mu eye ema emofra. Eni mpanyinfo. Eni wonu mu asabe o madi dem. Enti onko no akwa akosi wo ho. Obepe baabi wo eye fem ha. Na wasini dan asini fie. Obebe nkran. Oba beto asase esi dan and found any boy diun any boy nyadin. So we need to talk about these issues. We cannot live in a country we have over 500 chieftaincy area disputes. As we speak now, we are not dealing with it. Most of the areas are ye two efema goodie kwambone so no. Obeko ehono yemfa say stateless o. Wo mo ni panyini bia wo ho a wo ka kyerem say yewe. Minim so person obekande, but we can't run away from this.
Now, idea and I say to me, you would need over 90 security personnel walking around with you. If I saw a panel also, like the then what is it really? You you don't have peace of mind, you don't feel safe. Then what is the point? Anyway. In fact, the New Republic and
Ghana urges Iran to exercise maximum restraint. Near Ghana, catcher Israel, any Iran, ne say, Yapamucho, Muma, Mubo, and Tomuyem. Muntumu se kakra, Munshamu Hoso, na fi yenina yen transe, na semono yenka. Isan se ene die nyina ya ye kura baako menum se eye chebia papa mu se ye chebia hwene asio se ya dade ntemu ana se ye me papa mu krom eye rinchire amanfro mu ni nyina ya be ye kura ye nyina ya ti ase fatin pese ote happy fm ha na ene ya kasa na ene yi ope baabi ne hioli ye hye ne ontimi mfentumirika ntimo ma ye nyina ye moa na yenyina yenhye ho so isan se ye kan ye tenase ne ye kan ebe ye wei eye minister for foreign affairs owura Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa ena ye kan nsem wei eye nsem a abeda Israel ene Iran nsensem yi na all kan san nsem yi ene de ye say FBN received $35 million capital injection to accelerate growth and lending capacity.
But you FNB.
Yes. So hona wadi wa nanzen ebeye bibia wo yana.
Enye se nanzen aye bibia wo.
Still oh okay ni kuse na Supreme Court nominee justifies establishment of a public tribunal we justice senior Jamepe ene nrei okopie mu ewo appointment committee enim eno so we ho hia power emanate from the people enti ebeya yemfa nko na yemfa power no enkoma omo a ede ema yen no osi ebeboa ama ensem bibra apile okọ high court any ade district court any circuit court ni ade na abogu ho na no yepe judge na yepe nipa mienu bi kom ho no moti ho no mo hwe nsem no mo di yes fatibra wasem no eyeden ni aye ne papa de se yede kono ne yede okosifa yeye ne tentemu a eno ebeboa enura yi okopie mu ena oka sansem no Nzima is Musek arrest 20 illegal miners enti eno eye papa monchichi omo mochi omo nso a de yɛbɛyɛ ɔmo no yɛnyɛ ɔmo ntɛntɛntɛntɛntɛm na yɛmfa ɔmo nkɔe. Commit to protecting Ghana's borders, DCOI Palm Dirty Edges Intake 30 nti no ɛyɛ nsɛm a aba ne nyinaa sɛ na immigration for pass out ɛhɔ ɛna owura Palm Dirty sɛ kane ɔna na ɔkasa ba Ghana Immigration Service ɛne deɛ wabɛyɛ pani paa ɛna ɔkɔɔyɛ a na ɔtu ɔmofo nsɛm wei ɛne nsɛm no bi na sɛ ɔfa Ghanaian Times a wobɛnya bi na wakenkan ewu.
Mama Ka's happy morning to no so you know. Ebre no kwa na ekono sa. E wan aka simawe mienu na no so bope na ye the social media trends no ebra. Na say yemfa simanum emfa free ni brenu. Ene de simanum free ni. Daily Graphic double crata na da. Na offer Daily Graphic double crata no sema ho de wani mo say at parliamentary vetting of justices. Jamefe backs Supreme Court in North. Aye, was here Nankia Tabri. A year or may I send be a Cassiano. Na ye de call or may a tiffin film. Nina Babua. It's part of a year ensuring equitable development of the regions. So be a bit me and the chef. A babua, a big movie amount for Momako. A movie other services among Momako. It will create employment over there. It will bolster a year the local economies in those areas. Prince Dabiana because I don't understand why the sensitive national installations I come here and say baby fa baby kumebi ejik buyim say the fighting beze ejik buyim say see anaze asem nesi enti justice jamefe wasema wakan mefo aso papa teachers aiding candidates to cheat in BEC worrying. Why can I see any Kwadwo? Atrɛtrɛfo no mum ɛna ɔmo bo Kwadwo no ɛna ɔmo bɔkro no won so hwɛ na ɔmo twuru no. Wo yɛ tirɛtirɛ ni na wo boa Kwadwo bi ama na twere nso hwɛ sɛ de bi obi twa. Na kyɛ sɛ wo a ne yɛmfa so bo no mo. Na kyɛ sɛ udwumadi yɛ de hyɛ wo nsa sɛ die no. Wantimi enni ne yie. Wonim na agu ase. New CSD depository, post-trade infrastructure go live. Abolish justices sitting as additional judges. Justice a J advocate. We a Daily Graphic double cratan.
The New Republic, Tokonu on a legal merry-go-round returns to court with recycled allegations after sweeping rejection. Dummy in legal dilemma rejects citizen petitions as unfolded and misleading. Tells GLC to decline complaint. Coup plot hint in Parliament. Afenyo on the brink of NPP seeks new minority leader amidst internal turmoil. And also Ewahanum. Senate in $5.45 million land swindle. 9 years of impunity as officials walk free. As oral bites hard, crooked NPP officials sweat, willing to pay back $500 million looted funds as AG Yoko NIB OSP and police tighten news. Blows over third term, Blay rallies in support, Professor Asari Paris. Alpha, the New Republica, Ubenyebi Akai.
Me pacho yemfa Daybreak and Twaso, Angela cries for Ken. No, Professor Angela Ofori Ata, no, and the wife of Ken. Oforiata Enrei or granting interview to your brothers at City FM. Neho ena oka se o nyamia dum Fati na Sefana oniha ena meka kire Fati say special prosecutor ena ka se owura no obeye cancer surgery ampa Enrei cancer surgery no ampa otimi ya ni yere kaso ekosu yie pa emenedie ne ho eton na de enti a Daybreak de aba se osu ede ama Angela esu ede ama kan ni nyina ne se okan wo interview no mu se ne ho etono a yade a obeba na onsuro kra se dwuma oyeye as finance minister no asem bi e wo ho obi pese obusa ne bia obeyi ano enti ne ho tono a obeba. Prosper Bunny to operate from old French embassy we national security advisor and omo kyerɛ sɛ ne die saa building na ɛhyɛ Jubilee House nkyɛn hɔ no ɛhɔ ɛna ne ɔkɔ akɔyɛ adwuma afiri Ken Ashigbe backs Albert Jumfo's re-election bid ɛno engineer Ken Ashigbe ɛne sɛ ɔno ɛyɛ CEO ɛdema Ghana Chamber of Mines ɔno ɛna ɛyɛ CEO ɛdema ɔmo
from Chamber of Telecommunications.
Yes,
Chamber of Mines,
yes, Mines, yes. Disease MC's wife name pops up on assembly payroll and also nsɛm 2025 BEC avoid exam malpractices we Okankwe not MC edges and answer edge candidates we nsɛm offer daybreaker ubenyabi na wakenkan ananope.
The Hog Double Kratano, the house's second coup brews in NPP. Kodia plots midnight host of acting chair will crush him. Buga vows to destroy Bute. No, ewaha, not just a dear cause or new patriotic party bono. And yasem wode, crack. Till jail do us part. Pair of couples in trial for ghost jobs and cyber swindle. Wrong question, wrong fact. Rev. Dr. Buama shuts in team down. Schools MP on army retirement. No, Edda Eyekratifetoso and song of the Hog Double Krata Nanope. Sipa Yankee tells candidates, make this exam count. My man's no pushover. My man is no pushover. Samira fights back. Oti needs a leader, not a manager. The
overseer, judiciary cannot suppress journalists. Justice Jemefe Ena Eka treat patients with empathy and dignity. Health Minister to GES. Championing integrity and welfare. Mouse gains ground in GJA race. And also Ewaha. YEA contract expired, not terminated. Zoom Lion for Ena Eka. Government includes 25 private SHSs to 2025 free SHS placement. Israel-Iran war. Government orders evacuation of Ghanaians from Iran. We the overseer. American, they always say Iran.
Yeah.
Free SHS. Now say on TS after all years I interview. No, still 25 schools.
There be say schools. No, what do you want for choosing, say, Unkolan between me select here.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But my issue is that how much is the government going to pay per child? Let's not forget, say just yesterday, principals of a year colleges of education. Aba bontia beka say feeding dema impenifo. We know yeah university level.
Yeah.
8 cedis
per day.
8 cedis per day. And it's a untumi impenifo e kra na. Wo mo 8 cedis per day. Not just anopa, bear 3 cedis. Area 2 cedis. Enumerate 3. Enumerate then I will say muyedu
kakra.
But you can give money to private SHSs. Let's not forget that they are offering private education, which ought to be paid for. Into how much and absikana buying edebema sa schools ebebu mama running schools ni.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't see it. What's my say? I know so now you get private school owners say people think they are just in there for profit. I'm not saying say you are overcharging but if you are offering something that is private, you are offering a certain kind of quality.
Yeah.
Which amount for the door na Ghana and Rebecca say private schools juma. Otomasi.
Yeah.
Meti wo baby so almost say 1,500 per student. It's per term or so. I doubt it.
Would that be enough?
I doubt it. Because I know some of these secondary schools, so much 10,000 cedis a term.
A term, yes.
6,000 cedis a term.
Yes.
And it's kind of akano. Sir, the akano. Mubenya no way.
Anyway, big question.
Rap logic and convenient amnesia. Unpacking the MPP minority's cynical critique of the NDC government energy sector levy postponement. We ɛyɛ nsɛm a ɛwɔ ha a ɔkɔpɛ 3 ɛna abenya bi wei ɛyɛ the catalyst ɔmo news ɛyɛ political desk ɛyɛ editor no ɛna wapopo ne nsa no paa. Oral urge to investigate Adwoa Safo's explosive corruption claims. Okay, what is say Fatia Danfo no otisi dwom na ne kwa senka enye chalk bi ne petrol na ankene jabe odi aduru America nyina anka oye interviews ewo ho eno bi say o kan sem pa o kan se enkrofo afasika pa entiene die ora no no mo ho ora no mo nwie so mo ye dissolve your man still omo daze omo juma. Ghana engages mining authorities to curb illegal mining. Sanso ena NSS Gospreneurs looted 548 million cedis. 25 top officials and vendors face prosecution. We are the catalyst and I pay.
The New Independent, the Democrat, Mr. The Secretary General for after Onye Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagwin, Mr. Moa. The New Independent, the Democrat, and the Minimum pay. Downgrade dispute after accuses Fitch of misjudging Africa's financial institutions and no Ewaha. And now pay 2028 NPP race. Ex-minister endorses Ken a Japan gift property to power party mobilization. And no Edaha. 300,000 Ghana cedis bill for Comet Estate manager. Presidential succession must exclude Chief Justice. Said in SJ, and this has me to Dr. Kingsley Ajiman calls for faith-based support system for special needs schools. We the New Independent Democrat. Yeah, for the Democrat, I think some offense here. Fatianko trends are ready. We call Happy Ghana. Now, you have trends. I'm ready for never. And I'm live on the show this morning.
You may call happyghana.com.
And call happyghana.com.
Happyghana.com. I oko ho no ma.
Na then let's see. And then let's see.
Hey, rather mami I would try. Come back at my yanka. Yeah, first stories I'll call happyghana.com. I don't pay. Uwenye biakai. Telecel leadership pays courtesy call on new leaders in Ashanti region. So and the plant plug GA to host 3rd edition of Sip and Soil Experience this June in Accra. Coral Reef Innovation Africa leads charge towards digitally inclusive future. So and a minority demands repeal of Dumso levy after government U-turn. Ministry of Education mourns 7 Laura SHS students who lost their lives in a canoe tragedy and also Ewo Ahanum. So and other stories. Albania GES extends deadline for school selection to June 25. Justice Ajay calls for action against corruption, urges accountability. Justice Jamafa endorses uncapped number of Supreme Court judges. 14 armed suspects arrested in Binduri during joint security operation. Wait, stories Albania happyghana.com.
Yento aswe na muamaba Facebook ni yefan chere bi mam teacher Kwadwo Tepa anyina susu o say we all pray for the best for Mother Ghana, but the truth must be told all the time. God does not like lies. Since when President Mahama realized that Ghana is not immune to global shocks, COVID-19 was a global shock and a world pandemic, no amount of explanation given to the NDC was understood. They were hungry for power, and that blindfolded them. We can't build a nation with hatred and hypocrisy. Greetings to Justin from Ponkodia, Chairman Odinho Kwego Apia, Koka and Owusu Bempa, the Inshaisu constituency chairman, hopeful. We some of the messages I want to have on custom from social media trends. Do say rock about Fatisha Bully. I can't so they bring. Mamen ka se wote se eye sa anwumwe e bope na ewura papa fati se abuali aye Kwadwo bon nsem no tofa do so puo mu egugotokuo mu na odi ato ne kon ho enu ayi esi ho ena no pensem no edoso na yemfa mrewe ye de brewa na je se Bristol na boa eme de abrewo na Bristol de wa onim se enei eba no quality MCBs distribution boxes switches apapa pa dia rubber fati se abuali also to me on brand ambassador.
Sefa menyum ne ade ni nyina bi ni ho mame.
Onyum ne.
Onyum ma ni nyina bi ni ho.
Onyum no so na me ba na ye kuchikuchikuchi yo. Eminim de odi aka no. Menum de odi aka no. Odi to him for na me nkof.
Ye nya enyum fufuro bia.
Oya enyum fufuro.
Na me ka se na me wo enyum fufuro.
Sir. Ana on kan tell me that day.
Odi ye nya enyum na odi bo me take to ni bi ma me. Bo mama because me hear nyome edi ejinja.
Happy FM.
And yemfa social media trends, Emrel. Na menka yo say Bristol and Abuayen quality MCB so mo be distribution boxes, sockets and switches papa open free there any kokrome okwa menka hwe okwa na say ebia mepe MCBs mepe socket on best sama o kama na mo kwa na kasa mepe Bristol no master quality nyoma na nyina egu wanim na we chusu dia ope enti saa enete omo eno maboayen asesi ano ye de social media trend no April. Na the aba ene say send we are say kono amanfo bo universities ahodo college friend saying institutions of higher learning for any schools bebre na say send we are say kono wasa courses no musisem monsesa courses ni mu monsesa courses ni mu na nkeja send abai mu the course bi aba mediation of war between Iran and Israel analysis expert. Na what the amano. They are the say courses no you need to tailor it to the air course so we are say. Me patch courses ni biaba. Ye bobo so major wo ye ni ade. Moma ye ntie mu bi na we are na ma kire me. They are making sense pa ewo mu. Eno no be ye obroni no ode courses no aba no. Bobo courses ni bia na mo say do these courses make sense? Do they even look like courses that to me amanaye courses no kre abo modin esua e wo schools mu ana moma yentie bi.
Happy FM.
Gender and pronoun mechanics, podcast management, millennial studies. My major is protest administration, adult content entrepreneurship, vape shop economics. I'm going for bioengineered nutrition, video game streaming operations, biohackology, public cancellation policy, therapist assistant, mobile rideshare and food delivery logistics, digital screen behavior psychiatrist. I'm going for digital tipping ethics, dating app programmer. My major is sports betting education. Photoshop and filter engineer. My major is digital political propaganda design. I just switched my major to common sense preservation. Inclusive fashion design. Pickleball marketing. AI and human relations. Going for pharmaceutical finance. My major is virtual sociology, Gen Z linguistics. That's no cap. Misinformation analyst. So my major is sex robot techniques, podcast management, millennial studies. My major is protest administration, adult content entrepreneurship, vape shop economics. I'm going for bioengineered nutrition, video game streaming operations, biohackology, public cancellation policy, therapist assistant, mobile rideshare and food delivery logistics, digital screen behavior psychiatrist. I'm going for digital tipping ethics, dating app programmer. My major is sports betting education, Photoshop and filter engineer. My major is digital political propaganda design. I just switched my major to common sense preservation, inclusive fashion design, pickleball marketing, AI and human relations. I'm going for pharmaceutical finance. My major is virtual sociology, Gen Z linguistics. That's no cap. Misinformation analyst. So my major is sex robot technician. Today's question, what's your college major?
And you know, majors ni bi and I would say, you know, na me share senia a year Albright a year betting education specialist na na ne ni aje papa. So and I made the Gen Z linguistics, you know, minya mesua ye papa because after all no cap kra e wo honum. Enti sa course is ya bobo so de wan na wo fili say e wo say ye tumi esua ema neboa eyen. Na comment about no any Grace. I say, if anyone asks, it's because that's why. This I say, sign me up for 2 semesters of common sense preservation. You know, Obinsu say on no course or paper a BBL authenticator. Into person here nusubi. So and now, bottle rocket say the thought of you change. Okay, and also hanum. So and it's merely say on the upper. Comment section management and course or person no. He I say my master's in linguistics and we had a whole section on Gen Z dialect. Asemna all can boba. Mr. Sakam I say on advanced street pharmaceuticals masters. I never say read for no no. So and I mean essay op AI and human relations. Sa course no nya obey papa. So and Dr. Luther essay of a masters in procrastination. So yes, you know. She so do no say course on your pa a body shaming counseling. And also a hanum. Bella say wow. The crazy part is that these could be real careers. I see essay on a morning routine perfectionism. So yes, of course, you know. Tino say omo beye Gen Z linguistics no mumoto ebeye it's given. It's
Happy FM. Happy
look,
FM.
see a person, yeah. Millennial nostalgia archivist. Maybe you may die.
Happy FM.
In fact, other trends, you know. Bro. Now, millennial nostalgia archivist, you know. Yenya baako kura no wa graduate dada. Na me say hey, enyama ya wo for wehu. Sometimes now the bi aye serious. Dia adwa white we be pie mu won kran. Wa ba be pie mu won kran TikTok. And now dey si we ni so. Say na ne papa monitor ne say monitoring spirit or say nkran won dey akwaso won say man hwe me bai. Na ma monitor no social media nhwe de oye wo ho a. Den na adwa aye. Adwa kwotena restaurant e na odi buffet. Mu de muntie de papa kan ye.
Ora krana sikadro fon kwa na won kana wa omukun kola muku young girls kun kro for the pesca no. So we akrana atim kasa mani ji wana me bo mani nye ho kra nkran na wona mani nye ho. Mani nye akrana wona kra. Akushibran kwa na akra o girls no mo no akushibran kwa. Odo ho abom na mo ba akushibran na ma sami ho TikTok. Na ma. Atia ge show life you. Show life ye pa. La bias na o pre na okwa pendana na mana na hweye akra na awo no hweye
I know that you hate me. My life is sweet like cinnamon, like a fucking dream I'm living in.
ora akra na sikadro fo nkwa na won kana wa omuku nkola omuku young girls kunkro for the pesca no hwe ya akra na atim kasa mani ji wan na mebo mani nye ho kra nkra wona wona mani nye ho mani nye akra na wona kra akoshibra nkwa na akra o girls no mo no akoshibra nkwa odo ho abom na mo ba akoshibra na na ma sami ho TikTok na ma ati age show life you pa la bias na o pre na okwa pendana na ma hweye akra na wo no hweye
I know that you hate me.
Papa ni abre pa o. Papa ni abre o se akohwibra na oda won. In fact, o se nani nje ho kra se ne ba na ba pie mu won kran ha. Onya yanko besan asa nechi aba baby akọ baby a ofri ebaaye ai. Na comment no any conscious thrive say I have even blocked my father. He's overprotective. Mercy see because you are eating calamari. Hey. Saso and Akosia say you resemble Muhammad's daughter. Okay. Konkruma say, how is this protection? So she can't have fun anymore. All she is doing is having a meal. She bonds to say, what name did your father just mention? I just heard my name. Maybe my dad is your father too. Topper say he is clearly saying that his daughter is living slave queen lifestyle. And comment Eddie say the fact that he is not there to protect you is what is making him worried. Obinso say, our parents will be advising like this, and when something unfortunate happens, people will be bashing them that they don't know anything about parenting. Please listen to your dad and go home. I must say, my dad was quite opposite. He will be like, dear Ebeba. Okay, I can't read what you've written. Chikoto say, it's all fun and games till you listen to your father. And Tisa and as I comment and so etie moma entwa so emmawe. Na sisi ane de eba ne say ka na yetete so. De tete ka so. Enti wo find ne ade ebeboa wo na ma aye forever amawa. Na eja wo som sa. Sisi ane ye ha ye ho enkwankwoto stuffing chest. Especially ukopon ho asem ekoto leather one year. Na Gibson the blade aba betwa leather ni mu ama foam ni nyina epia bonten da bi. Sisi ane de the concrete ene ye de hye nkonwa. Aye, ko Facebook Happy 98.9 FM. Yeah, L shape. Kama. We no embubu, entete, empapai. I say miensi. Afebo. The only problem say light off now kobo akonya ya. Eni ewewu. Ko Facebook na ko hwebi. Ya sha concrete. Minka ne sa ya sha concrete. E de ya akonya L shape. Kama. Ye design no ye dum light nsukra na pepe ja so light enya asem ketwa efe yi ankasa wotina so nso anai massage otoma o kama enti we no enya asem we ufi abontin na beto a unhu say stuffing chair na waye you think say stuffing chair we afebo we say no ahimfie no na at first no minim so omoye first no friend bamba na Bama, okay, fancy for a friend of Bamba. Intino, ena, omo etina, into where affable. Nanamwako, Mama plan. Ye be sitting room ho. Girls in the bar. No matters because different girls on the bar. Ukoto foam, a foam, nebem, na foam na kotum. We say no, to muda, muda, yafida. De bia na akonye esi homa. Kama. Comment no any. Damilola say God punish poverty. Share. Feko me say no carry BBL nya shit down for this chair. McDon say good for village town hall. After meeting, you use your hand massage your bum. Excessive. See if person never break back, una no go rest. Nancy Phil say it go last past furniture own, but you go quick see your creator pass furniture. Sarsuna Esteem say it's called a home for a reason and everything should be comforting. Soft cushion, soft pillow, soft everything. Not this one. Intisa and a whole comment and so etie na final a year trend e wahano. Hey! Ghana for moon sorry o. Ghana for moon sorry o. Yapa na yeko renew license a yebre. Ada na yebre sa. Ghana fwe. Ghana fwe. Moon sorry o. Eye yenkwa na yewa ha o. Moon sorry o. Hey! Sesi de yesu ko PM wo Dubai a. Wo de ko Facebook na ko hwe. O renew the license. Obia ni ho bisa no question. Obi anka nje nse kotua wa ha na bra ha. Obi anka nje nse ko DQ mu. Obi anka nje nse oh me wa me ye connection meje ma 2 weeks. Me pacho instant. Wukọ Dubai a machine vendor I say ATM no. Ho na wukọ. Na vendor no machine na hwe wanim. Ehun say ye wa. A check wo record so wunya offense bia driving offense bia. Na ya printed card na ma prom na ba betom ti se baby ya scan fiba no na wasesa wo na wo kọ no e mo manye Ghana fo nko a wo kọ read comment na obehu se Tatiana Neshas you say guys you can put smart kiosk in a Google and you're gonna find any location ono kire se bebre wo you ho enti no Dubai ho enti utumi koye wo ba bia JDM, there be a way you're president of Mr. Where East Coast, there no. Or say, this is genius. I don't understand why US doesn't have this. And it is there the new US bano license renewal there. And we pet mun changing. So and Pius, I see in India we have human kiosks and they only take cash. The card too will be delivered after 30 months. And yes, and where I driving no. Me say machine no san ya wo eye test o. Ni nyina ewom. Ai Saso na Bilal say in Dubai AI approves the license in seconds. But come to India, the uncle at the RTO office is still looking for my file from 2021. Case essay South Africans, let's gather here in pain together. Saso na Janelle say could never. Ha. Our national IDs can't even get printed after how many years after it was first launched. Saso and Wolfie, I say, where is the fun? No one is harassing you for bribe. No stray dogs outside the office. No one is cursing or fighting. It is not fun. Just on the opedia, so ye wahani biya. And sa and that ye, in fact, a man for tumpong, a man for communim. Na the Rebecca said D for the bang, and I say a D for levy. And ye be see her.
Yemansiana a year of Fatisha will as saw the social media trends. I'm bringing the time to exactly half past the hour of 7 live on Happy 98.9 FM. Yemfan as Kessie and Fama one more Masias name yet made in Bremo. Memfan Chakas and Fan Concoma a year of Fat Udia Sempa Kwame or Ray offer say as you see Uti and the text drover one and more Kwame Danso Emmanuel Asamoah aka Isa. God is good all the time. Na ofasi emfa enchakese pa emfa na taxi driver one nam ene ano pay na wose ne ba Kwame Danso so emfa enchakese pa emfa nkonkoma no ofa emse ejumadi ni wi amebombo ne ana mafrew na enkomo bi ho ene wadini ntiawa sa pepe. Yango Bonshao. The conversation continues live on a Happy Morning Show and now to pay a lot for us to talk about. The Akoso Israel, any Iran and Temerapa Fatisha Buali issue caveat on Kasa and Fahon. Inti Nadia and Nano pay Obekasa at their Fahon. Nemum, the Akoso America Bruch Memo as we speak now. Trump is gradually alienating Africans. And no, what would the consequence be? Ebedi and also a home come
Africans. He is alienating America.
He's alienating Africans.
Oh, they be so more to Munamunqua Marshall.
Bet me idea more. When we return from the break, conversation continues. Bet me here live on Facebook. Bet me Edward Nudisem and that's why I drink Eddie Webekin Canina Eddie at Tiffany for Facebook at Happy 989 FM. Samson Abeti and Can Nisim 100.1 FM Tamale, Nisim 95.9 FM, Ewo Bolga Tanga. Inchi Homra. Na yɛmfa nkɔmɔ twetwe ndi aka no ɛnto aso mfobɔ
New Kivo hot pepper powder. Moko show. This advert is FDA approved.
Happy International Father's Month. We bring you greetings from E-Productions. This June, we are offering a whopping discount for production services of all magnitude, be it personal, social, or corporate, to celebrate fathers. For other events happening after June, worry not. You can still enjoy same Father's Month discount once you place your order in the month of June. At E-Productions, we are happy to assist you in capturing special moments within a friendly budget. Call 024-2755-323 or reach us via socials at E-Productions. E-Productions, capture the moment. For all the news updates, trending topics, good music, and unbiased analysis of various issues, listen to the Happy Morning Show on Happy 98.9 FM. We are your morning companion.
So person otin samu ebo twiko bremai ewo my kronkron Ghana mu enwompa enim pensem mu eto asomu a ene da bia for kasa fidie ne to Happy 98.9 FM na tie the Happy Morning Show efri anopa no nsia ekopem nonkron efri juada ekopem efiada. The Happy Morning Show, we are your morning companion.
For all the news updates, trending topics, good music, and unbiased analysis of various issues, listen to the Happy Morning Show on Happy 98.9 FM. We are your morning companion.
No matter the situation, give Jaja the glory. No matter the situation, give Jaja the glory. Fire, fire, oh Jehovah, fire, fire, come down. And you will find it. Just believe it, and you will receive it. Jehovah will never lead me astray. Yahweh, I pray. So no matter the situation, remember there's always solution. The Bible is my inspiration. So me not go pay no magician. Hey, hey, keep on praying day by day. No enemies can come my way. Cause I am about to win, I am more than a conqueror. Sing along now. Fire, fire, fire. Oh Jehovah, fire, fire, come down. Fire, fire, fire. Oh Jehovah, fire, send your fire, come down.
If I walk to the valley, they coulda never come near. Cause Jaja tell me never fear. And when I cry, dry my tear. In this fire, I can't run out of flame. Trust in God, I mean no play no blame game. Water turn wine, same God he'll delay. Want to see we die, but them end up in a shame. My help will come from God. Namadaka Malinamo, Malinamo. Yeah. My help will come from God. Namadaka Malinamo, Malinamo.
No matter the situation, give Jaja the glory. No matter the situation, give Jaja the glory. Fire, fire, fire. Oh Jehovah, fire, fire, come down. Fire, fire, fire. Oh Jehovah, fire. Blessed be one day, yes. Hey, that is everyone. Fire, fire, fire. That is everyone. No matter the situation, give Jaja all the glory. No matter the situation, give Jaja all the glory. Fire, fire, fire. Oh Jehovah, fire, fire, come down. Fire, fire, fire. Oh Jehovah, fire, send your fire, come down. Don't look nobody, search and you will find it. Just believe it, and you will receive it. Jehovah will never lead me astray. Yahweh, I praise. So no matter the situation, remember there's always solution. The Bible is my inspiration, so me not go pay no magician. Keep a praying day by day. No enemies can come my way, 'cause I am not to win, I am more than a conqueror. Sing along now. Fire, fire, fire. Oh Jehovah, fire, fire, come down. Fire, fire, fire. Oh Jehovah, fire, send your fire, come down.
If I walk to the valley, death coulda never come near. 'Cause Jaja tell me never fear. And when I cry, Jai my tear. In this fire, I can't run out of flame. Trust in God, I mean no play no blame game. Water turn wine, same God he'll delay. Want to see we die, but them end up in a cell. My help will come from God. Namadaka Malinamo, Malinamo. Yeah. My help will come from God. Namadaka Malinamo, Malinamo.
No matter the situation, give Jaja all the glory. No matter the situation, give Jaja all the glory.
And no matter the situation, give Jaja the glory. It's answer who's a Oko Jomna Unemapa. I know one Antonio Mapanzo and Fire Mafia. One Gazaji, Ujiji. Was I showed you? My main come from Bristol from Mawati. It's answer Bristol high quality MCB switches. Your distribution boxes, Papa. The old air train and Moncania no a come Yahoo Doma and Moncania to me Jinas who didn't Juma ye. Nina Bristol ain't any who sit down for fro. Ope and Yama Odebayo electrification. To Bristol. Give Jaja what a beer or dino or your home renovation. Ope a yenny my papa a bit me a bow. Na when you know a whole day and one seven, it's me a CP as it Diamawa to Bristol. If you're right, Mr. Electrician, what you're doing will feel on. What was I say? Any more did you mano? A Bristol na. A contractor, Mr. Electrician, and as electrical engineer, no coffee, no, a money did you mano. What was I say? The near man or did you mano? A Bristol, and Senior Bristol, among countries, Uncle Crum, Uncle Bristol, near Manu Binto. One toss animal, and man tongue so near Juman from my water. You will receive it. Auto Bristol quality is assured. What it? Never lead me astray. My minimum from my Mr. Auto Bristol quality is assured. Situation. Bristol powering your world safely and efficiently. So me not go pay no magician. Keep a praying day by day. No enemies can come my way. 'Cause I am not to win. I am more than a conqueror. Sing along now. Meaning, na a year if you're not to back one on Penifi. Into one of the don't touch me. No, someone more mutim, someone don't touch me. Nana Marco, but don't touch me. Not for two a homame. Said there be a one more me Facebook, no bet me. One was much idea. One was much idea said in the tear. Means in a pass, someone and you will crassy. Now, Edisi and Yema. Now, Ubia, Wapa Monchi, and Asa Lata Samana. Alata Samana make a once me. near ye pa. Yeah, pa. Semina ba kwa ye di dware epu ahuro se epu. Menim de ntia yentumi an commercialize alata semina from Ghana. No. Yeah, omope, but I'm talking about say ye cocoa ehunu no ne de yo. Enye omeya hudu ni nyina no mutimi nya cocoa. Ye so like we have a big industry that is into the production of alata semina, into different obviously flavors in the cake. Because
alata semina e wo mi no
de na okay. Minka amunchi.
Oh, sir.
Minka amunchi.
White one, the black one.
Debbie. Alata semina.
Alata semina, there is black and
there is a
white.
black and white, yes.
Ni nyina de cocoa hono na eye. Both nyina.
Yes.
Okay.
The cocoa.
Me face
ba kon so ho an ye de eye bode.
Because I know say.
Ye de bode white no eye bode. Tuntum no eye cocoa.
Yes. Me say nye ni mienu nyina na eye.
Enti omamu Ghana for muntie mi hwe. Sometimes the tira bia na yewura fi ya mamra ne amane because and the saddest aspect is that people are leveraging on their heritage to make money.
So that is what I spoke about last week about development.
Exactly.
So ka yetimi developing
na niema no a now a brand a Ghana nko na and I say cocoa growing countries, but Ghana has wasori agina say or the beye export eniema odeko amanone ema okoton etimi nya mu mfaso bi no semina no bo abrofu bi ba. Yes, I'm telling you.
Papa, you know, especially black one.
Yes.
I had to say the gel, so the jarea.
Yeah.
You
Fati, eyi unamani yarwa hudu ofiro. Obi akura gunu. I didn't know obi akura gunu itimi kaze. Mo fanche me. Me nso obi anu na no pay. But obi akura gunu. So jarea lata semina be na otwe na asa na otwe mienu a. Ekọ. Ewo medicinal value. But ene wa hefa ya to no atwene.
Say yentimi and develop anye
ya commercialize no.
Commercialize no enya factories ebe
ebetimi ya niema no dia man.
Omo ye kra fati omo nsa no
omo de fiti. Fidie bia ni ho.
There was a company by Papabia Village Fresh.
Yeah. Yes, Village Fresh.
What's his man's name?
Or attempted to be commercialize
the building and command ye di offer no. Baby anasa company na now so one. That building inside that building was their factory.
Okay.
Yeah,
papa ya.
Me refini di.
Me kram refini
Me pese me kai na nka me boni di.
A long something. Me kai. Because not the kwama on it.
Not the kwama on it.
Yes.
Or try so
be commercializing.
You know, papa ya kana se maybe a boni di anka obe kai no. Kwadwo ye boa, se kwadwo ye boa eti.
Oh yes.
Se
ne yamfa se grand uncle anaze.
Grand uncle. Enti ko betimi e de aba. Or try to commercialize Village Fresh alata semra and I don't know baby I do. It used to be on the market, Fatty.
Yeah.
But like small scale for no. Omoye e wo container mu ebi mu de niema fra ne ade a omotonton wo krom. But it's not even that common though.
Yeah.
It's not that common and we haven't really commercialized it.
Fatty me no.
But don't forget say and also ne bi mu afa ayena omo friend black soap.
Yeah.
They've done it in a bar.
Yeah.
Oma and it's bar soap.
It's bougie.
And
it's bougie.
But first no yanya ne bar. You go container soft.
Do you believe say sap idea ye kan ho asem?
It's not common on the market.
It's not common on the market, but Prince, do you believe say on some of the sites I be sure was see a small container baby to no, you are buying it for $15.99.
You know another thing that's happening?
Which stores?
Do you know another thing that's happening? and NGOs, any other people, our Tiakogu northern side, Honum, Emma Mano, Nkuno,
yeah, share butter.
Nku, when we saw container na, Yadeje Shetono, by any Rashetono,
yeah.
40 Ghana cedis in Kito. Container Kitwebi.
Because
40 Ghana cedis, and I'm not talking about one that has been packaged and labeled. Though. The affairs, you know, omoto oil kahuya. Uto nkuno oil, uto.
Sorry.
I'm telling you, sir, Sankuno 40 Ghana cedis.
Enkuto. Sefa, me ameti hey. Me ameti hey. Omami enkubia. Fati Sefa.
Na mwako.
Se
penkuto fagu eho. Palata some. These are mat penkuto fagu. Do you know the kind of jobs that this will create? Fati, yeah, this is the shop. African delight. Look. I think they usually their target market is there. But if you auto sixer, ubet you are 99, like $100. Do you know how much money that we can actually get from there? Now, Unkutuna can brand patch me bofachame. Unkutuna can. Do you know why it is becoming expensive? Because abrofu, especially one more cosmetics in Yama Semana ne Nkuni the keke home woman. They have, especially in the United States of America and Europe, they have realized the utility of Nkuto. And so say Nkuto no yan Ghana hani ense dan use ni bebre sa. Ti bebre no ano no ma aswa Nkuto nya no de kwa amana ne. De aka chiri kitu abi no. Na one more omaka a Nkuto no. That's why we are buying Nkuto at that age. But in Canada, Nkuto 20 pesos, so 50 pesos.
So I've seen the Fatia Kano, and I wouldn't want to mention there's a familiar Ghanaian woman. I think she's spearheaded some of those things up north.
Oh, by actually here there is an agency.
Oye Nkuto ni bi odi abrofo ba ema omo ye anti amanebo yedin.
Too much.
Amanebo yedin.
When you go there, what brocha? Product in Kunyama, they write omupo can share. Yeah, can share butter.
Yeah, share butter.
No much on say share butter wo Jai. No matter
Yes, because they prefer the share no. At Saturday no is because they said it's a fair canon. They have realized the value and how quality it is. See, me, Fati, Omami in Kubia said den. Omami in Kubia said den, no one found Kuto and Kahua. Min Kuto na medesra. For almost 8 years in Kuto and Amedesra because I've realized as a mesra any other Kubia aside in Kuta me sweaty excessively. Already me sweated that and to say me sank of fat, you know this other share butter name said the omaye ni idea and mame so I prefer in Kuto. But to say me sa kunku no meaning say a white one and I walk on once a month.
Yes, white one.
Kitwebi.
I say,
condensed milk to finish at the end.
How would it become?
Yes.
40
Ghana cedis.
Yes.
That's share butter.
We are inching towards a situation where you took home and I am
the same thing applies to a cocoa.
Yes.
Chocolate. Yentuminto. But one more nuya cocoa. Omoto. Edi.
Say yenkan
Dabi yenkan
adwongo.
Yenkan na adwongo kra de yesise yenye bio. But ehwehwemu me yehunu say adwongo no mpo ye pa chene anwa ahodo no ye krefra won na de bo ma yemu.
Yenya adwongo.
Oko Malaysia and Indonesia. I think it's one of the countries. They have been able to find ways and means.
Yes. Enti we mu ye niema anka ye hwe ye ya Say near Oko a year, Benso, a naked, any idea.
Ko benso kede okwa assume. Of course.
There's the
even when you start from tia de ko fa chiri wa.
says those cooperatives omoda so hobby.
Kwa bibrim cooperative. Oh, it's still there.
Say omoda so.
It's still there.
Omo ho a then omo ye. Say ni enim even enwo asekura se de ye seminar.
Seminar of course. Enwo ase ye
seminar ni din anope.
Amonchi ana.
Enya amonchi ba kono.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Say enwo ase ana ni.
Ye de yes.
Even azuma
trade enwo ase.
Enwo ase ana ni ye de. Enti no Sefah your development na ye bibie wo ho. Aye bibie wo ho.
So the very things that
So we just sat down to get to this point.
Yes, we did.
Aye your development aye bibie wo ho.
We did.
Your job creation no aye bibie wo ho.
We did.
Eniema na ye de rubber eye ni a the first. Say ye to aman ball ma wa.
Yeah.
Say aman ball ye rubber e na ye de ye.
Proper rubber. My main cause is that rubber, no. I think was it degradable?
Yes.
That rubber nankasa. The one that we get from plant.
No.
It was not degradable.
Yes, and
but
degradable.
It was durable.
Yes.
Yes. Na ye de ye niema hodo bebre. Na me kai pa se me nana, unzo no you don't ni. Efenya de nyankopon fa ne crazy. Ubo unzo obi dompe mu abu. No de aba. No ape body ahan. No ape rubber ni bi. Wahu. No aya ma na wo kakra no de achichira like a bandage. Ti me gina mu for about a month and I say month and 2 weeks. Obesa na nipa ne nan no.
I said they was no.
Yes. Yes. POP.
Na wakoyi. Nti Sefah, you see se wo tena se na wo hwe sa niema we nyina na na fati question nti we sat down just to arrive here.
Yeah, of course. We did. We sat down. And if you're looking at my main fear, I'll find data on Seminane and Niema from how much is it that we are spending.
We are not talking about this government. We are talking about successive government. How we have conducted ABC and policies, policy initiative, direction. From last week, Fati eloquently about our direction. Where is the focus? Where is the target? Is it because yetisu Malaysia cry shasi jao and then oma be pay no mu yesi nti yenko yesa enubi den pa ena yensu ye be kaso Ghana. And I don't think Sefati is a idea yentimi nyu. Say ye kase ye hu direction no. Say we ena ye beye ena it will set us on a path for economic development, social development, any BBR. We can come back, start it afresh and get there. But until then, Fati, any Sefah, ye di tibe boba ye koye we kakra, ni aye we kakra, enti ani ye ti se Israel ene Iran enyan tokwape na ye ho dere yen but Sefah adia ene ekoso between Iran ene Israel ene Iran was what Tor was meant for, Sefah Meboa.
Yeah.
That was what Tor, the reason, the establishment of Tor.
Yeah.
That was see, I ran it Tor down. You're running it down into your own tree. Enti ya ye knee jack. Need ye who are ne akoye. If you see introduce levy conflict be baby. We are forced, you see, ya to not to start it because we are pet at the assembly and they say fetch say upgrade to be.
Yeah.
Right.
And no na he say the Secretary General for a year after say Sani Mona fetch a year no. Said because it looks as if they are underestimating the economies of the African region.
Yes. Say but we are happy Sefa, our governments, they are happy. So I'm to say, oh, you upgrade you to be a. We are happy because what it tells you is that, oh, your economy is shaping, is coming back again, stability, there's fiscal discipline and all that. But saying NSC, now it will get to a point that we will not even be dependent on these ratings, really, because we are on a path development about there's economic independence, and all that.
Mami shoki Ghana for an kakra.
Now we LPM now we you now
me LPM. Is some
there you
Jama and when some of these matters come up, maybe sometimes and scripted, but a boy am yet and you may be why we are where we are as we speak now. Imports of a year beauty product into Ghana. Memao data of just 2023. We imported $39.8 million of a year beauty product into Ghana. We are talking about soaps, a year detergents, now, the corresponding export, the different memo at the Kwamon.
Information number.
Information number.
I say Nkuto contains collagen naturally in abundance.
Good.
The cosmetics industries use just a little and advertise those creams as containing
collagen. Yes.
Okay, the Okan see a chirimua. The won't kutumo
a droby womb, collagen, a boy with
collagen or more pills.
Our man for tonum. Yes.
Oh, yeah, Kunia may be a Unyabi.
But Obroni better know the cook
and I assume. Hey, and Nkutene mess up,
or the cook, no, they assume.
Me via Quenimos still a
mammy, but again, for Muntie, I hadn't come on, I hadn't come on in Edna. I hadn't able to me, I didn't come on a day, yeah, Ubezi Anamonto Babano. May say corresponding export. Near Samana and near Mahodua Cosmetics. I did from Memukamana $3.05 million. Now, if I tell you where we are importing these products from, don't be surprised because in nature, top import origin La Côte d'Ivoire. Why? Because La Côte d'Ivoire, when we develop manufacturing sector, particularly for cosmetics. Cocoa butter, how do I over 95% of it, over 95% of cocoa butter, they come from Côte d'Ivoire. There are other cosmetic spray most of them come from La Côte d'Ivoire. Now, Oshe ye export no, take close to about 70% of it. Inti nyama sika ye de ma Côte d'Ivoire nkwano $27.8 million on an annual basis. So Fati, it tells you that even cosmetics in terms of shea butter ye de kwa monaneno, which is the United States of America. The volume the corresponding sika yenya $161,000. That as of 2022-2023 fiscal year. So you can imagine. A child said, "Omoto niyaman will have for full, but it benefits them." It sounds like the co-eco somewhere. We advertise say, "Or was any man ni product na wayenimu." A month will be too guso, not one aquacoto. But the interesting bit in this conversation is say, Côte d'Ivoire etimia ye cocoa butter. Mama intimu bio misi Cote d'Ivoire etimi cocoa butter e de cocoa butter na free Cote d'Ivoire de aba Ghana am yet you 27.8 million Ghana cedis na Cote d'Ivoire for cocoa in Ghana for
according to Debbie
Cote d'Ivoire e cocoa in Ghana for menka in terms of cocoa do a umunya afimu no
eba se no na de beka so
o Debbie cocoa onya afimu no de se o show cocoa ni ya obetimi ado cocoa be acres be mienu anase miensa so hwe no cocoa ni nya fertilizer papa de guso a obetimi nya bags be enum anase nsia anase du obi betimi ado cocoa no acres be enum anase nsia o hwe cocoa ni ye nti obekọ na obenya bags be mienu anase miensa ende agina hwe a wo hwe ni ye wani a wodi cocoa ni so e na ekire cocoa dodo abetimi anya what you say but yan ye sha ase ye ye cocoa hu ye di cocoa hu adwuma enya ne cocoa wonim se wo hye cocoa no a ensuo na afiri mu ba no eye wine eye product a obetimi asone so yi akwa akoton de ne yo emfa nya hwe wonim se cocoa no de ehye mu mfimfini no a aba ne taretare hu no eno so ya ade a ye use ade ye niam afoforo so the cocoa industry the value chain of cocoa industry no nko ano we've not been able to utilize it Ghana yasem ni new we have not been the cocoa wine yenye cocoa butter yenye just yenye hwe ena cocoa no ye wi a ne ahata ne atam ne ye de kwamo no ne akwa akoton ye konso a won ena omo kire yen bo a omo de be man so na eye prince kan we have not defined what development is to us because we have lost track of we could have developed and improved on them agebetimi ama isika but ye ni afri ho ene ye de ni akwakosi nia obi ayo eso ya adwene nyina kire se nia wonum ayo no eye tene nia na nkenkan ye use no meanwhile they are stealing now. Thank you very much. Meanwhile, they come here and pick your share butter. Nkuto na catch say nkuto ebon ono no befa e de kokoye eniema no asan dia ba no dia bro. If you are Ghanaian, think about this. Dwene ho why? Udwene ho we are. But wetimi afra within the next 5-10 minutes from ni nkomo. I know say I have enano pay makasa Prince Akasa Fatia Kasa, we have ignited a conversation. And near my walk, I was saying, KD and Nisha, Yamfi and Nisha. Imagine we were to do all of these things. The kind of employment that this will create. Because, and you say, when you cyclical employment, a day bow, say, be season in my into Jano Quacotin. If you cocoa is cocoa, no, or your suya, there be a betterness. Ubenya emu ensuno, at the ayensa, Ubenya a ye cocoa pod no, at the ayessemina, Ubenya a ye ubetimiana, emwangwa. Wati cocoa no muangwa no etimi cocoa butter at the aquacoton. So you have industries along the value chain of cocoa. But what do we see? Ghana. And to the Tojama wati Tojama Navaku Suniema no na aninti we are home.
My help will come from God.
Bra na yenin komo 0551563916 0555657278.
My help will come from God.
Two numbers are betting me afraid. So you su a yinguto. When's the last time I was talking to you see? And I said, when's the last time I used a lot of Samanampo? And I catch them say, no, Yentimun, you subio. My giant, they say, Semina, dear Shamunqua. If I'm a dear inquiry, Ghana for no, my no, and see no much as a fret. Ghana for no, I, any, oh, dear, yes, I see any income. Yanqua, good morning, we didn't be afraid.
I was if
yes, sir.
So, we read now or no. We're moving a one down.
And one
super grew energy.
What's all the day?
Super grew. And the Achia to an intimate cover beer. A one is here the beer. Unyabuma, there's a open it. Yamin Koso, I also said, the beer also Maya Punya. Yes, we are to meet Trey. happy birthday. Getting more and your big man. Mammy Chow no bala here for the Mammy Chow no bolo and under. Yeah, media Kutua and the issue. Alata Samna and I'm the Gary. Nti me to adebia area bia me ankasa me so adea area pena kata achi nti nya alata samna na me di gare ene nkuto na me su
nansan ni buo no te sei
ode
nansan ni buo no te sei
alata samna ni de ne buo aye di o small de omo di cement paper chichiri mu ebi 40 Ghana. Now say they are methodology to be 40 cities, any 35 cities. If you only there's so much children 5 cities. No boy the alata samna ni the no boy the ninja
right.
No boy
right. Me know as well. Yanko, good morning. Baby, I review.
Hello, Mr. Sefah.
Yes, sir. Uncle Bonnie here.
Me, a young boy say I did do what mammy yen. Into Yeti. Into me, boy, and Yama be a good moon. I let us a man and me did me yet this is on 3 years to know. Ketuano, Milton, the the casino, Milton, the catches in the now, but me back from one place. On an immediate galley, not patches, Mr. Sefah, you're paying for no one wine. But if I get to know my mechanism, yeah, what your name amount for Billy the Jack. You go one or more domunya mapa. No, or what to me yet. Or no, the scan time no benyano, na yet, no word to. I ye benya. Oh, no word to yet. What support to open and bow. Next day, never no one no more to. Na amafo de no wodi ba support na wa ya ma this piano yan ya mani na elokono e ye jobu wa ya ni chana fully di we na de ya na chana fo di aba ubo wa another country no wodi aba ni ya di na so wo peja no me what at what de ba nya boni na bet yes ya di no yen ni yi fi ta bon president fufu baba se fa wa baka wodi bibia no wodi ja oba me ska putu ni
Mama, was young. Good morning. We didn't be a review. Come back. Good afternoon.
No.
But you didn't come about.
Send a bright time. Yeah, we do. This Kwadwo actually no happy one a dog. But your problem is your whole program you and say on my friend or soon and in the high. So Tia now walk on the beer would be a full last mile. We are not say it says send away no part. But on this is now constant on beer one last mile.
Obey.
Who contribute to one.
Obey. Ebian said to the one seminal. A process and another review be lines. No, the aya Monfanche. Why?
We send we are local and name our program. We program. As we be unit, Okoma, say what he has some just we want to contribute to. The past, you have been informed that almost said, Samina, we are here come what and can you be completely there? We have Ghana ha. Said, yeah, or Doko Samina, there, in a channel. We say, Samina, no, we are to share ball. Also, up to now, and that's all. As you say, one privatizing the idea be a bois. And this are former president Rollis, a cry and CB Papa. We'll send our Oma Fugu AGD for we are seeing now. And come with the big state, Samina, when you get common on you. Now, for AG whom fast walk. Yeah, you all have to see. I dear cry, yeah, or yeah, man, cry. Say, yeah, boy. Say, yeah, boy. There, course, we send a particular Oma and Kitty maybe. Then you might be to be now say, on Yabi Kuran or Tom. Nima mi oton de middle nyami. Mami bi no eya o di brand wo pie.
O mami nya o enyan kuto ni bi no ato.
Any samina nini na wonya bi na wato. Say di kwa mo no ni. C'est pas o mo se bibi ye hu. Ade a ye kiti kura be boa onya ko ni kura se kura e boa ye hu. Anante na o mo tini bi company. Ne sa eyi we na ye ni pipre na ye ko ma Ghana ko. Enyo bia na wo sta obeto ade abodi hu. C'est pas Mami for Fidentia honorable Jibezebia honorable Nkanta MP boy Juma papa ma Abdullah Center. Ye MP ni no won number.
Sakura Sakura nkomo enye politics nkomo nzo u tama o MP yankwa good morning ni bia frefi
Sefah
yes sir
unuya no
ende no kre afane afanka na no nkyerese yentra mo bontin so ni mefanko
eja ogube so de was on my pay wa abu obra wa yen ko asembi we ye well near be man na amu
na yankwai
Sefah ma mi cha mi MP eya batampa ida address na ye nia Abdullah eye ni pe o isia kola eni pe ready so ni o kofo organizer awo o kan fi nke restaurant ya so mo ati wa fun partner cho Sefah abia ye na Ghana ha no eye se ye ni ndodo ama Ghana ko bi enye bi ato se ye Ghana fo no abia ye ni Ghana ha no ati ye ni nyi ye mpe me ka me kire mu Sefah your local rights na Ghana ha ye to obia pepefu ga ka ye de se abucha ba na wanwa na so ka ye local rights na nka wa ha no eno ko na nka ahodi mu a o san ka ye Ghana fo na nka ye di ye ma ye mpumuden na so sua 30 ade ye ni lady Ghana ye fa na ye hu se enye ndi ala semina me ma me no so na no ye no di gari yen koko ye bo koko na awo hu no
na ya hata ya hata ni ashema na dia me ma me ashe no da e se bi kokondoma ai ye di gari enne nipa do sen na ye sa de no koko ahoma ye bo ade ye de go ni na ashe na asai amfo so bie no so aka ye ti ye semina aka yari aton adwari ama ye ye nya apomuden ama nsuan ye ni hit ba jifi aka emu na so obi apese na ye yam so de gari ene je wa wa gari ana so we yam e ye siam na abo so e siatra ana eku o man Ghana siatra anka be de na ko obi ya wo tuntu ko to pokre se nku se o stra abe ko na be da o so achi na ugo na 90 million na say good morning ni be very
Good morning, Sefah.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Joe Beckley.
Joe, Pachimiti Wadarma.
In fact, I'm just saying, when this topic, you know, about to in fact, Niama Biwa, Yajenzi Fui, Omuna, Sia, woman, Yamaya Basa. Nkutono, Mekaim and Kuala Brim, and one edisra, and one son and dear Froye. Na Sefah ye nkuto froya wo ha mawa na wudi a obekọ wuchi me kam tira wo Sefah me ka to me fie sisi a me wo nkuto bucket esi wo me short nkuto e wo me fie se de bi ya me rashes ya me kura na me di nkuto ne sra ekọ me man rashes be ya omo ana midwife retired midwife be ka tell me say me nkoto alata samina me ni nwa na ekọ odwom ana me nkoto alata samina no e di amode chichiri papers no me to ba ko 25 cities me to 2 na me ba ya na me mix ye o se me top powder surface powder nka ho me ye no 3 days me nya rashes ni na ehye enso no baby I say me ko hospital me ka tell me o se dabe me ha mo ho wo hu tinka me ko bo ka wo hospital enti adi say empanyin fo no bua yen ama sa niama no yetimi ye awa Ghana ha na etimi bua yen local rice so alatasa me na nkuto wokɔ north nkuto no wɔ hɔ nkuto no ɛyɛ nyankopɔn na de ma ayɛ no yɛndua nkuto no nkasa no share butter no share nut ayɛ fruit ɛna yɛ ti di me firi north sɛ ɛbere a me san kɔte fruit na me di na ma san hohoro ho na ma san yisu share butter san de ɛyɛ nkuto no nkasa ade na ɛfɛ sei na Ghana for yɛn mpanyinfoɔ ti hɔ na import unnecessary things na yɛwu cancer ɛnya yɛn
akana kan bio
na yɛwɔ yɛn natural fruit awɔ ha nom a yɛbɛtumi adi ma yɛtumi anya ahoɔden monhyɛ yɛn kwan ma yɛnyɛ wokɔtɔ ade wɔ shop yɛse rice perfume rice na yɛkɔtɔ na sɛ wontɔ perfume rice that means wodeɛ wonka Ghana ho obi di local rice na so wode wodi sika nti na wokɔkɔtɔ local rice no yɛn mpanyinfoɔ no hwɛ ɔmo a ɔmo si ɔmo yɛ mpanyinfoɔ ankasa no underground no ɔmo do local rice na ɔmo import saa perfume rice na ɔmo de abrɛ sɛ yɛn kodi yɛwɔ mpanyinfoɔ no wɔ hɔ ɔmo di brown rice local one ankasa dawa rice ana ɔmo di nso na ɔmo adi akyire ama ɔmo import na ɔmo abɛsɛ kurom ha nyinaa. In fact, Sefah, adewe usamutimi candidate bia ma ye na mpanyinfo na so omo enko anka be yem de pa.
Mate Joe, you be candidate bia. I think let me pick 2 calls and then bring the time to 20 minutes past the hour of 8. Live on Happy 98.9 FM. Yene one more name de koso Iran. Any Israel in terms of bidi enkomo and understand what the implications will be. For markets across the world, for us as Ghana, good morning. Udini baby Afrifi. Good morning, Udini baby Afrifi. Hello, good morning, Udini baby Afrifi. 98.9. Otemenka. I'm so Otemenka. Mamyenim friso.
I am about to win, I am more than a conqueror. Sing along now. Fire.
We know fire, a useful fire, and an opera, sorry, I do good. No said there be a gun of winning. Because you see, sometimes the very corners I bit me, ashe, at the impuntu dia bomb, and share. There be any dabontene. Imagine if you have a full productive capacity or industry, engo. We know how important engo is in the cosmetics industry. Look at how Malaysia is benefiting from palm plantation. Good morning, Udini baby Afrifi. Hello, good morning, Udini baby Afrifi. Good morning, Udini. Mze okasema ene memfa obiom why memfa
No matter the situation, give Jaja the glory.
People chobo modiana to fortune spread from ankoda no. Se afiansa na omo eku school no a omo pan no a omo ekwa akodi school no. Fa fortune spread ni bi mom. Enwanuro wom ebe ma mofra na hodne. Ebe mo ma adwene mu abie se de be betimi asua de abenyina ba yempanyini pa. Aboa o man Ghana, aboa wiase afana nyina. On biscuits no for be mom wate. Because fortune spread yummy, delicious and always on point. Obetimi anya biato o so bia bewura mu bia. To Villa Water Solutions some country say unsuo hu ha onyina fa down wate. Fabra down e fa nko ba bia fa down wate. Isan so mo ewo mfidi ahodo a emfi aduonu ne omutimi edete nsuo so tinsuo ni e ma nsuo ni ye krojin yi ni a enye bia de free mu de nsuo no fa drobe mu de ba ofie sɛ de bia nso bitime nya nsupa de adi udwuma wonim sɛ yɛse 70% ɛyɛ of nipadua no nyinaa no ɛyɛ nsuo enti nsuo ho hia ma paa na munya nsuo bi akeke ɛna wɔ sɛ wotumi adidi dwuma ɛyɛ nsuo a emu tie nsuo a emu da okro gyin saa nsuo no ɛna wɔ sɛ wotumi didi dwuma sɛ wopɛ saa nsuo no bi wɔ ɛyɛ wɔ mantwe a ɛyɛ Tovila Water Solutions na mekanfo de ama wɔ sanze wɔn ɛwɔ animdefo a wɔn tiri ho abɔ be ɛwɔ kwan fa so ati nsuo so ɛyɛ nsuo mu hwehwɛ mu kura nsa ne atu nsuo no ne nyinaa wɔn yɛ bi wate wɔmɔden afɔ aka safidie no ɛto happy 98.9 FM da bia no Tovila wasam wɔde ɛde ma wɔn yɛde bɛbrɛ
Jehovah will never lead me astray, Yahweh. I pray so no matter the situation, remember there's always solution. The Bible is my inspiration, so me not go pay no magician. Hey, hey, keep on praying day by day. No enemies can come my way, cause I am about to win, I am more than a conqueror. Sing along now. Fire, fire, fire.
Anopa fire no dey na de rubber fati she so fire no anopa sa no a friendly fire we mean no harm to anybody. All we are trying to do is say yampe ko be faso a hey I am imagining how we can actually invest that 38 million or 40 million or 50 million Ghana cedis into a cosmetic industry or value chain no so manufacture nyema hodo bebre well but e be any day and can any bo ho a enka ntokwa akọ baby we are safe onga enche dan hayensa oh but the course one doors oh we are safe na soccer bet seven can soccer chance oh but more than selected 10 or more matches na o selected 10 or more matches in we are odds and we say more than a year 1.3 back one ma the soccer chance edema on say we can now see mu try ni ma mo ho miensa mama ka san je kakra what is happening across the globe. Our international relations observer, Adam Zigna, there what need because we really want to understand what is going on. From 13th of June up until now, should I call it a row or a war between Iran and Israel? Foreign Affairs Minister Ura Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa guidelines about bunting for citizens of Ghana or more these two nations. And minority in parliament, AN Centrefo in Shiamu, our mokase near Anamuntua Abina Tuno, Ayadia Sefata, na Omanisonimum, they are also calling on the two states to exercise restraint. Ewo mentem hwasia ekoso ewo sa aman immune nimtem but yenko ahoma so yene Adam eningo Adam, good morning.
Good morning Munia.
Number apomboko there
Amiado.
Two critical issues but bako overpower the other. Bako is of a bit of minimal impact. US Africa. Now we know say gradually, more nations from the continent of Africa have been banned from entering into the US.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw to the relationship US war with Africa, and that's the first issue. The second issue has got to do with the ECOSO between Israel and Iran. You know what I'm saying? There are a lot of people who have opinions, and these are strong opinions among forward. Or the ECOSO between Israel and Iran. Yenim say our president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, I'm a foreign affairs minister, and it's Jegu Akwamu, Ghanaian citizens almost are in Krunu Immunusu, and Kwame Faswa, Yebe evacuate to other countries have taken similar measures. But a critical statement that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Ameki has got to do with the fact that I was Energy and Green Transitions Minister, wouldn't any issue the ECOSO. And project perhaps the impact that Ebenya yen oil supply as well. What is going on between Israel and Iran? Ghana economy. That's the second bit of the conversation. But let's start with America. What America is now doing.
So with what America is doing now, it has been clear right from scratch that America, this particular government, this Trump administration, more foreign policy as far as regards to Africa. And they say, Africa is not really seen so much as an ally as it used to be seen by, other previous administrations. Because there are some people who do, like I said, the US used to thrive a lot on goodwill. Okay. Sometimes they needed it, the UN resolutions into ABI, because of the good relations they have with a lot of these third world countries, and Africa especially. You find that more often than not, we tend to side with them. That's what I say.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, it also helps in their overarching security issues. Because the US, Nkophobia describe it more as an empire because they have bases all over the place. And more impact also is found in every corner of the planet. And there are lots of threats, against the US from different places. It's because of the good relations they have with countries like Ghana, as they used to with Burkina Faso and everybody else. It helps curb some of these security issues they could have actually faced. Okay, we also what happened 9/11 and having good relations with other countries helps them in so many ways. As for the economic impact here, and also, but I don't want to delve so deep into that. But when we say when Trump came to the scene, he and Elon Musk, they cut down significantly on the USAID.
Okay.
That is strike one on Africa. From that time, with me who said their direction towards us was direction of or was a posture of more fire.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we are doing our thing. Africa, all those people are leeches. People should stay where you are. Let us deal with our own matters. And now, this particular ban, like I said, there have been some sort of there was a foreshadowing of this, okay? Because in the beginning of the year, like I said, Kwadwo revealed about over 3,000 Ghanaians were slated to be deported from the US.
Yeah.
And that is sort of this particular action, sort of a manifestation of that particular announcement that came earlier. Say, we have this number of Ghanaians on the deportation list. Okay. Other issues are that, have propped up regards to Ghana being added to this particular list. I say, identity issues, identity fraud. Okay. The documents, it's to them, they don't see it as very reliable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I say, too easy for or maybe the background check that is done before I will be to acquire Ghanaian passport. It's not so strenuous. From that point of view. Okay, and so I'm going to say there are a lot of people easily acquire Ghanaian passports, and so the verification of actual Ghanaians and things have become an issue. Now, some Nigerians have infiltrated our system, and then they have acquired Ghanaian passports and all that. You see, so there have been some complaints because not just Nigerians, people from other countries, because it is quite easy to earn a Ghanaian passport. They find a way into the system. They get a passport. They go and commit all sorts of atrocities, and then our name is pinged on it. That is not to say, our citizens or our nationals are not part of some of these issues, but that is an issue. Okay, and then the cooperation. Maybe for this, the cooperation between the government of Ghana and the government of US concerning deportations. I'm sure that is the main reason why we've been added to this list.
Why?
Okay.
So your reading is that we did not handle it well?
We, from our point of view, no, we are not being very cooperative with regards to the deportations, okay, of Ghanaians from the US back to Ghana. Because we say if you are going to deport some Ghanaians from the US to Ghana, there needs to be some cooperation with the Foreign Affairs Ministry. It's maybe a travel documents and documents be here say like the deportees should actually acquire before the deportations are done. They are supposed to be done in alliance with the government of Ghana.
True.
If they say because they've not been able to fast track this whole process, maybe I'm also say we are intentionally frustrating this whole thing. You know, they are threatening to impose a ban on us. So that is to get our acts together. Because the NKI said they've given us a 60-day period to rectify some of these issues. In Ghana and led by Kwadwo Blackwa, we would know the specific issues they have with us. That is, and that's what I suspect to be identity issues. And the cooperation in regards to the deportation from the US to Ghana of Ghanaian nationals.
What do we seek to lose?
Oh well, and this in diplomacy and international relations and all that, a good say you have a good relationship with almost every country. Okay, that's the ideal. And America is a country that maybe you want to have issues with. Okay, because I've been this like I said, oh, this is just a space. This Trump that is extra aggressive on other countries like Ghana and all that. If a different administration comes, maybe the reverse course. But another important thing is that about immigration, the US, it is something that the citizens feel very strongly about. It is for a government to come and then reverse course without any proper justification. It may make the government unpopular. If we are not actually making the effort to actually cooperate with them on some of these things that they want to do, and it will be very difficult for another government to come in place and say, okay, I'm coming to now normalize relations with some of these African countries. You see, so it may damage our cordial relations with the US because it's a mobile. I mean that's almost it. Okay, yes, and then we may have to also decide also and then what becomes of the relations between Ghana and the US. You see, so it is something that we should try at least not to make that happen because it's diplomacy. It's in diplomatic circles. It's not wise. You have some of these issues with extra powerful countries like the US.
So you feel that one of the things that we need to do is to be responsive to the calls and answer the request for cooperation when it comes to about 3,000 Ghanaians in America, the American government has found out some Monkrata so that they could be deported from the United States of America and back home. Again, one of the issues I think that I've chanced upon is the fact that we seem to be overstaying whenever we get the opportunity to go to the United States of America. One of the reasons I don't see almost some of the African countries, there was a data that I saw, and it was listing 10 top African countries citizens of America. I think Ghana was number 9 or 10 or something of that sort. So these are issues as we speak now, the government of Ghana can actually deal with. But if I say Obi or call America, how can the government of Ghana say, look, when you go, don't overstay, try and return?
Yeah, well, it is. You see, it's important for us to cooperate with the American government regarding some of these things, so that our relations with them. But also important, say, because the cardinal point of international relations, and it's so what is important to your country is what you are going to seek for. If maybe we get to the negotiating table, maybe negotiations with them concerning some of these issues, now who say they are a bit unfair. I don't think we should say because it's their country let's just allow all these things to happen. Because there are some of the individuals, we should say they have been wrongly put on the ICE list. So they have the right to counsel. They should get counsel to sort out some of these issues. You see, yes, it is good that we cooperate with them, but I would say we should at the same time say we are no pushovers. You see, if our citizens are breaking their laws, okay, fine, we accept that. But if you say there are a number of people or there are a number of things that are not done right, we should speak up for ourselves. Now, in regards to now anybody going to America and things, these are some of the issues that we may have to prepare to deal with. That's what I say. But it should if ABR we do not follow through with and then they end up banning us, it should be for a good reason. It shouldn't be for a reason that is, mostly our fault. Meaning to them is them kind of thing.
Yeah.
So we have to cooperate with them as much as possible. They are also our long-standing partners. Because with 1957, they've had a very good relations.
Yes.
You see, if at this point in time, no more said to preserve the soul of their country or to sanitize their country, whatever, they are somewhere in their own country. Let's at least cooperate with them once we know that everything is, it's right and it's regular and it's legitimate. But if ABI, who say there are certain things that as a ABI, it is unfair to us, we have to stand our ground. And if at the end of the day, it causes a ban on organisms going to the US, of course, the government, but I think it's something worth standing on.
Adam Zegna is international diplomatic observer. Bringing the time to just about 19 minutes to the top of the hour. Yes, also did but we cannot have this conversation without talking about the cost war between Israel and Iran as we speak now. What
Israel and Iran, then what to say the Israeli ambassador to Ghana here now or company say now expect to say we won't abstain from a resolution concerning the International Atomic Energy Agency.
Yeah.
Now more years some resolution concerning Iran. And the resolution passed anyway, because now a lot of these Western countries, Germany, France, and all that, on that commission. And 11 countries, including Ghana, they abstain from resolution.
Yes.
And of course, the China and the Russia, the known opponents of the West, move against that resolution, including Burkina Faso. Now, we say Ghana, for a very long time, we've had this non-alignment movement stance when it comes to international relations. Okay, and see, it was the vote was. It's just that the vote was actually done in that line or in that principle. Okay, and that particular vote, say it is based on their target to get some legitimacy in Israel attacking Iran, because the main reason that Omoka say like Israel is because when it's Israel through the first blow into those strikes went to Tehran first before Tehran responded. They needed something to dismiss because the main reason that they are giving is that Iran, they are having or they are developing weapons of
mass destruction, nuclear weapons.
Yes, very similar to the also in Iraq, which caused the US and the UK to go and invade Iraq. You see, that conflict is obviously having that overarching effect on all of us, but it is mainly something that the West have been trying to do to curtail, Iran and India sponsoring of a lot of these proxy groups, the Houthis, Hamas, and then the rest of them.
The Hezbollah. Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of these developments going on. What I'm trying to say, Ghana said, what are these developments going on? It is just that legitimacy. Israel, and then its allies in the West that are looking for. Do you understand? To justify their strikes in Iran and to justify the war between Israel and Iran today.
So, I think that issues and other matters are still unfolding. I think that what do we need ADHD? So obviously we'll have another time to talk about these issues as and when we hear say BB Abba. If we put so home and say they be team wedding, but my man was saying another person JP and I need to come live on the show this morning. Adam Zigna Abdullah, international diplomatic observer. Waonim ebano in some ACDA if you have one a chicken command and did a papa. But you narrow the conversation down to the possible implications of the air course between Israel and Iran on oil production and world market price and on Ghana. Yankwa humanaso na yensa se entwetwe nkomo yene miaminua ura Benjamin Insia oye executive director for SEMSE yene entwetwe nkomo agency ano pa miamu achimo akwa
yaminia
mijiri sa pombo ko de
bradi ya chayen
but one critical issue, the ongoing escalation also between Iran and Israel. The president has directed the Minister for Energy and Green Transition say onfani enfia de ekoso no na onhwa no muntu ebitimi atu. Another outcome of that is that enka de-levy was itimi edidi djuma no enei mampanya ka say entwinsin sign na yen continue to monitor the ekoso between Iran and Israel. From a larger perspective, what are the possible impact of the war on the global supply chain, particularly with fango oil?
But I think that the very higher impact in terms of price. The spread of the war to click the allied. As well as
Ben Bacho, Wahuma Nutrition and Cabit Medina Yamamia. Wadarma.
So, the huge impact on prices globally. Na Egina Nemamino, the magnitude of the war in terms of spread, allies of Israel and allies of Iran. Engina bewa bekahun na war no ayekesi ntia certain targets, certain infrastructure, certain channels are likely going to be closed and closer. The transportation of about 20% of oil supply are cutting, and that also means that your well supplier, about 100 million barrels a day, no. A bit me a shortfall by 20%, and say shortfall by 20%. It means that it's going to outweigh demand. Now my prices are pushing higher to almost $100 per barrel. The other side, so the longevity won't be prolonged into future. No, I don't speak to me determined because these countries countries also more contributed to the global supply. Israel now natural gas folks, refineries, and Iran so fuels and also refineries, and all these more production global supply. Until the more some of these internal targets will be hit, and also global supply and so price across through. Until we one shots, and I think that expectations were that the magnitude because allies could also enter. Tiama Bono increase almost $75 per barrel, but somebody can be a missing Trump, they say, and then European economy doesn't want higher price of petroleum products. Because the last time higher price of petroleum products, some of the major economies in Europe went into recession, especially Germany went into recession. And the Omokwe recession, because of the Russian-Ukraine war, so quite young Befaswanka, Frango Bonchen and Kosovo. Nama Russian economy and a lot of revenue to be able to support the adventure in Ukraine on the FASO. That is one. And Donald Trump also for fighting inflation on the chrome. As I saw fighting inflation also he doesn't believe in climate change, or shale production as a fracking air coso America. And the American economy is producing more than 30 million barrels a day. And they're more producing more because they produce it at very expensive price comparatively to the OPEC countries. Normally not OPEC, and so push a lot of oil into the market to crash the shale production and as a shale market. So these are the global inherent fights between OPEC and America, Koswa Ama price nasty. And even though Iran or Israel and Iran war in Kosovo, prices into escalating because there's a lot of glut supplies onto the global market in the AKC and Subia. This will be the impact globally. I think that the two major events, the magnitude and spread of the war, including allies, and also the prolonged and longevity of it. But based on how things are going, I don't think that there will be any long-term push of this war. Yeah, there may be certain Cold War activities via a binombe issue process via Ammonium 1, but it will be resolved and then prices will stay stable. Now, now crude oil expectation. I think I've seen S&P, I've seen Energy Information Administration, and other agencies. Bloomberg more projection because price maybe not do $120 per barrel. I say do a bit more boy and kakra because Ghana a project is 74 for crude. It is a 120 a bit more, but I don't see.
So obviously there's going to be a windfall if say Eco could do about 120.
Yes, there could be a windfall on the price, but windfall in terms of revenue, maybe it may match because the city has also appreciated, and city appreciation also makes us lose a lot of revenue in terms of city terms into our economy, and that is how you have to look at it. But I don't see prices escalating based on some of these projections because war no crano, even the cost, but then my own price so because the major consumer China no crano because also facing some real issues now. Also import oil ne bebre. And so I import oil ne bebre on American the consumer can see. So until much my import oil means that there's still a supply glut. There's a lot of supply on the international market. Even the escalation is cost war. If anything, Israel Iran town and to push price and cost or push Grana sample from because people are also anticipating that within the shortest time, no, you be to me, I saw war and once and for all. But in there, Donald Trump so trending say the US is likely going to enter the war. And the US enters the war and it be a bit of price no across because one, the Iranians will target some infrastructure of the US bases within that particular enclave, no, that's the Persian Gulf. The Iran also has the ability to close the Strait of Hormuz. No more closes the Strait of Hormuz now. It means that 20% of supplies will not come. And no, I can see prices across, but I don't see that happening anytime soon.
So if you are Omaya, there are two things you do. Utu fango, but you also import finished products from Amanone Ediba Maimu Eba Ebedu Nuba Hodwa. What should be your posturing? What should be the things that you should be watching out for? What should you do?
I think that as of mine, the discovery of oil, no, Anija Eba, that the euphoria around the discovery, was far achieved than having a plan, a pragmatic plan to take advantage of the discovery. I say, Yanijeno, Ebroso, Ama, plan and ke say, develop a bit me abwa, Amanya, Yanya Bibi, Paso, Papa, be a few oil mono. Or mine and to me, I'm planning. I think that discovery mean I need so we failed to plan. And because of that failure to plan, it affects economy when prices escalate on the international market. Make us say because can yet discover oil, fortunate for us, Omampani Dada Wanyandiba because Osade for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah be it in oil refinery. So we could have integrated our upstream to our downstream, but I say I need any say one oil until I drink and condenser. Near Menuka say, over most of the PIAC reports are we've even signed contracts for accepting or taking in natural gas from some. For example, Sankofa Dynamic, they were saying KJ more than 1,000 million standard cubic feet of natural gas, but you will pay for it. You will see it here. We will see it here. But to me, and taking the gas. So the surface infrastructure, the planning, how to integrate it within our economic model. I think we failed because now you near process. You discover oil. The jamboree, the asa, the entertainment around it. Took us off, and because of that, we are suffering for it. You know, I think anka nea ye planning ye as a Maya, and I that's also planning agree deep about some of these economic policies. And whenever there are escalations in the Middle East, okay, say so be aware. So because now say the group in terms of the IOCs and also Ghana, your groups now most of the first you now you produce almost 71 million barrels a year as at 2019, but Swati about 48 million barrels as at 2024. And that also means that currently we are doing about 135,000 barrels or even 135 to 140,000 barrels a day. You put your consumption of Kuma only 90,000 barrels. So 90,000 barrels na year, so 140 something thousand barrels a year produced per day, even as at 2024. You bet me a consume up a big crowd come ya to Burkina animal in Niger because these are favorable markets. The Burkina Faso do not trust the Ivorians. The Malians do not trust the Ivorians. The Nigerians do not trust Nigeria. Right? So anka ye integrity ye upstream into our downstream and refining some of these products. Any your group will be kasa say yesremo products no man refining hayana ya ye beto and I say bema ye local traders after these products are refining by now the market in Burkina Faso becomes ours. The market in Mali becomes ours. The market in Nigeria and Niger becomes ours because Omon trust the Ivory Coast, Omon trust Togo, Omon trust Benin, and they will always want to trade with us. But minia ekruman no da bia meka say politicians no either so money na payo insu ano money and they are the policy makers anyway. And because of that, they don't make policies that benefit us. They don't make policies that have long-term implications. They always make policies that are very short-termist, and that is why then born cost our drama is and I think we need to change. In this year, buying say or reset here. One of the areas is actually looking at the economic model in the petroleum sector. Integrating the upstream to our downstream so that at any time now, external shocks no NKMP, Elokrasuma, you see the new age.
Miana Benjamin Insias, Executive Director for the Center for Environmental Management and Sustainable Energy. Benjamin, Anope Mianowasi. Yemfa Jumadi Insia. Very beautiful conversations that we've had this morning on the Happy Morning Show. Nyame pa ochana akasimedu amanunsia bo be sanba betranse biu na ye hia na ye di omanga na ho enkomo obi asende message say Sefa o de nsamba o alata samna ne nkutu ene azuma twede don't touch me again baby atete me no sa ne ma no ana na me yusu I sometimes you can't do anything but just to be a bit nostalgic. Okay, ka nneɛma no a na wabusa ho sɛ ɛsɛ saa nneɛma wei nyina ho ansa na ebi hu sɛm na foforɔ nti sɛ indeed if we wanted to develop we could have researched further and improved on the productions to achieve economies of scale betumi ayɛ ne bebree sɛ deɛ ɛbɛyɛ a obi a betumi anya bi atɔ deɛ ɛbɛka akyire no ɛbɔmmɔden ade akɔ mmea ahodoɔ akɔ akɔtɔn agye sika deɛ ɛfiri amana ne ɛde aba ɔman mu but that's not what we did. So most of the things that we could have gotten money from, and okay, say Ura Benjamin say the fanfare over set ye nyak fan o memu etwin yadwin free how we could have put together a proper economic modular and give it me at the downstream sector, any upstream sector no at the boom kama. Ye tu fa ngo no wa ha ye so ne so wa ha ye yusu wa ha ene ebibiman ahodo a ewo atoye afam ha no na nka ya ton e de amam ne agye sika ye mmoka kese bia emobi enkate fa ngo no emfa nkwa mo no ne enkoso ne so ne so wi a yakwa akogye de fro ya sande aba ya adwene no ye fa na ase ema Joel Sanko ono ene boy emedi dwumadi no ebrem rapper Fatisha Boli Prince Obapo akwa Ayim Brown and I me Kwadwo Sefah-Danquah any di dwumadi no ho chia me and I pay. Yes, also a live soup a boy, so ya sene emedi dwumadi no ebremo. Ma menka say duan studio herbal clinic so a boy emedi dwumadi no ebremo. Ebio yom herbal lotion. So ya sene emedi dwumadi no ebremo. Nyame pa ochena e be sense nyankopon entonko so nhyira mo no mo. Na ochena ye tena se dan dan nyina ye no no komo ahodo a eboa edimpuntu nkoso yeyo kankro eba no. Ye ntonko so ani live on the Happy Morning Show.
Happy International Father's Month. We bring you greetings from E Productions.